You're actually pretty wise on that.
Yeah. It's like, oh, that looks out of place. Let's just run in and attack it anyway. Let's not give any thought to it.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna begin bit. Okay, back to this. So, you meander forward. You stub a hoof. I'm just kidding. A bone goes right into the bottom of the hoof.
Yeah, somehow the mute button actually got pushed.
Ow.
I just said somehow.
It happens, man. It happens. It really does happen sometimes. I blame the cat in the group.
Alright.
Cats like jumping on things.
I didn't jump on that thing, I'd fucking crush it!
Then you'd have to buy a new one.
No!
You break it, you buy it.
I already bought this one and I didn't break anything beforehand!
Break your shoes. So, go ahead and do a listen for me.
Do what?
In perception. Wow, I am completely on a different game system right now.
You said do a listen. I'm like, wait, what?
Yep, different game system.
That's a 9.
My bad. A 9? You hear the rustling of feathers. And you turn around briefly and you see the birds kind of wrestling around with the bone, and they come this close to hitting one of those things that just hanging down.
Just glare at them and say, don't touch those.
They look up. One of them kind of like playfully almost reaches out with their beak to boop it.
We don't know what those are.
That was blue, wasn't it?
And you hear your mushroom just kind of groggily say in their sleep, flash pain.
As much as I would love you to do that in this room, I don't know how to get out of here just yet, and we might all die.
You wander ahead a bit further. Do a survival for me.
That's a lot better with the 22.
Yeah. You get your birds wrangled in a little bit, and they seem a bit bored, and you move ahead. And eventually you just kind of see the end of this area coming into view. You had to actually travel downward towards like an actual like center point. You went around that area and just travel to the other side of the room. You're like, okay, if I keep going this way, I'm bound to hit a wall. This place isn't infinite, hopefully.
That would be weird.
And you get to double doors, and you head through the double doors, probably cautiously.
Yes.
And down the hall, you can hear the bickering between the three brothers, essentially.
Okay, so they're alive.
And you head forward. Be right back, the wife is yelling. Oh no.
Never mind, it was the dogs.
You head forward, and you come to this area. So basically, you come this way, turn it this way. Easier orientation. You come from this way, they come from this way, and there's a hallway that goes straight, like, up, essentially. And you're not really paying attention, and you kind of walk forward. And you hear some hoof stomp on the ground.
As I'm sure I've heard hooves stomp on the ground beforehand, I immediately...
Table's yours, guys.
I'm fixing Ace, so I'm probably a little oblivious talking to.
Are you just dragging his corpse along?
Well, we hadn't left yet, as far as I know.
Were you not just paying attention to the last 30 seconds? You pulled a Manny.
I'm sorry, I was fixing problems.
How'd you put Ace in the bag of holding?
He is in a bag of
No,
holding.
I was fixing him while we were doing our short rest. I don't remember that we had...
I moved past that.
Oh, I don't...
Yeah. You only were able to do some repairs on him.
Okay.
So
Oh,
he's
that
in the bag
reminds
of
me,
holding.
Ace got an upgrade too, before he got knocked the
Wouldn't
fuck
necessarily call that an
out.
upgrade.
It is a fucking upgrade. He's got
Says
what
the
looks
cat.
like... duh.
It's a cosmetic improvement.
Ace has a few more cat-like features, like ears, whiskers.
A mane of copper wire.
A mane of copper wire.
He's now a flying Yankee.
I would have the hand lantern out and basically leading the way since runes happen to be my forte.
He seems happier this way.
Yeah.
Except he got killed it.
They look a little worse for wear.
Didn't die yet.
He's
Damn near
dead.
close.
Pretty close.
You damn near died.
Ace is dead. He's not moving. He's
Ah.
just a chunk of metal in my bag of holding right now.
Ah, the good old bickering between the siblings.
Lead the way with the light.
What happened to you?
I got tired of y'all taking too long.
Yeah, that
When
sounds
I-
about right.
When I move, that means stop jabbering your jaw and move.
We did. We all wound up in different spots, as it would seem.
So did I.
Yeah, that's all of us wound up in different spots. By the way, that direction?
Oh my gosh, negative 28 and 2 meters of snowy Norway.
Damn.
Woo!
Wait, somebody's watching in Norway?
Yeah?
Holy shit.
That, back
Hi.
there?
Hi.
Hello?
Stay warm!
So, don't go that way. It's just death.
Flying vampire kobolds.
A tad cold.
We killed a giant spider.
There's low-hanging fruit growing what looked to be gobbolds in that room.
Right, not that way either.
And
Yeah,
the floor is nothing but bone.
Definitely not that way either.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
walking for at
so-
least a good 2 hours.
That way bad, that way bad. What's down that way?
There's just that long hallway that is going straight up.
Okay, I guess that way.
We definitely don't want to go down. There's bad down there, too, according to this one.
Yeah, just a
Yeah,
bunch of
in this temple
bugs.
it seems to be bad, 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 bad.
There are a couple
So
of
let's
good-
try one of those ways.
There's only one way to go.
Yeah.
Either the 2 ways that you guys came from, or straight ahead.
There are a couple of good spots we can place some of those bombs.
Do you just start walking?
I would basically just make it a point, since it's dangerous to go the way I came from and dangerous to go the way they came from, to go like literally the only other way.
Yep.
Follow behind with
Do
the
you,
lantern.
do you want us to go ahead to maybe make sure it's safe, or do we just follow you blindly?
Well, I mean, we can still check for dangerous shit.
You can. It's called walking cautiously.
He doesn't remember what that word means. Walking, he's got figured out.
Okay, whatever.
It's so
I'm not
refreshing
gonna-
to listen
I'm
to
not gonna
5 normal
stand still
Americans
while
for a
y'all go
change.
ahead, and then just stand here and wait.
We're normal.
Apparently they need to stop watching Fox News.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That's rough.
That will do it.
I've never been called
So-
normal before. I don't know how I feel about this.
I'll be normal. So Red comes up, grabs you by your little vest, and starts carrying you in front. As like a motion for you to start checking for traps.
Okay. Head down that way, check for
And
dangerous shit.
I
Boo
need
comes
to
up
be,
and grabs
like,
you by your armor
on
and
the
lifts you up,
floor,
starts carrying
buddy.
you two in the front, like looking for traps.
It's okay.
You know, this kind of helps. I'll look around that I have higher ground.
Alright, I guess that'll work.
I make sure Noodle, the cleric ferret, is with me, and we start down that way, and I'll look for dangerous shit.
All right,
I mean,
you guys start.
it could just... Red, put me down. I'll just get my machine. It still works. I just can't use that one arm.
Red cocks her head around, which like yanks you in a direction, and looks at Cayenne for permission to put you down.
Really, Red?
You can put him down.
Just opens her beak and lets you drop. Catches you before you hit the ground and sets you down.
Take out the machine out of the bag of holding, make it big, and get in there and move forward quietly.
All right.
Looking for unsafe shit.
Investigations and I want you to, if you're looking for unsavory shit, do the same thing. If you want, you can look too.
That is a 19.
That's a 10.
That's a big 11.
Oh my gosh.
That dice has betrayed me.
23.
Now starts the train of betrayal dice.
If you manage to go through every single one of those tonight, that would be impressive.
Dude, he almost did last session.
No, I only had like 6 dice to the side.
That's a lot of dice.
Dude.
It's not enough dice.
So, you guys dredge forward a little bit, and you pause for a moment as you're looking for traps heading this upward way. And you swing back around and you look, and all of your guys feel like a weird, like, it's like when you go over a speed bump and you feel your stomach move a little bit. For you, it's a lot worse, probably, because you're a centaur. And you see that the ground is now going straight down at an angle. From what you saw going up is now going straight down.
Oh,
And everything
good.
behind you is now seeming to be upside down.
Oh,
And there's a
jeez.
large metal grate in front of the area you had come from.
Huh.
Almost like someone dropped basically a guard gate down.
Alrighty, so we're being ushered in.
Oh, good. The temple doubles as a giant Rubik's Cube. Yay!
I could always take inspiration from Cube.
New.
The way he said that.
He's been in my COC games. It terrifies him what I can come up with.
It's actually some of them. There was one campaign we stopped playing, and that was kind of sad because that was fucking creative.
Oh, Call of Cthulhu for those who don't know.
So,
Trouble sleeping that night, but really fucking creative.
do you proceed heading further? Well, you have no.
Not like we can go back now.
You do have the wand of breaking.
Yeah.
You could go back.
What do you mean we?
Well, you're not part of us?
One of us has the wand of breaking.
So, interesting.
Proceed.
Yeah. You guys
With
proceed.
caution.
With caution.
I love how they have to throw that in there, like
Every
I'm,
time.
like I'm not trustworthy as a GM.
And doing this carefully.
Famous last words, bud. Those ones sneak up on you.
Doesn't matter if you get to add 10 or 5. Taking my time to do this carefully, DM.
As you roll a 1. Well, guess not.
I guess I wasn't careful.
You proceed to head down and walking. Eventually, actually, your feet start to get a little tired because of all the heading at a downward angle. You're starting to get annoyed by it because downward trek with having 4 hooves essentially is uncomfortable as hell.
Especially since they're in those fucking boots.
Yeah, it's... And, you get to another set of, double doors.
Check to see if they're locked, if they're trapped.
Yep, look for dangerous shit.
And this one has betrayed me, so that's an 11.
10.
10. Ooh! I finally get to use a disintegrate spell on someone. I'm just kidding.
All right.
24.
You know, we don't need a taffling.
That's another good story. 24.
I don't... Yeah, you actually do know that story. The
Claire.
Taffling story. So basically, someone was disintegrated by a disintegration spell. And the party's like, oh, we can save them in the next town. And another player proceeded to roll a 1 on gathering the ashes and blew half of them away.
She sneezed.
She
She
sneezed.
sneezed because of the ashes. And they got what they got. They got the ashes back that they could, and then proceeded to resurrect the person, but since they were missing half of them, they were half the size.
So they were a tiefling that became a taffling.
Tiefling, halfling, taffling.
Welcome to D&D, everybody, where you might lose a couple of inches.
It was so funny when my character saw that character again later on. It's like, what happened to you? You're short.
Picked her up to her discontent. So, you proceed to check the door, fondle it up, check its knobs, check its hinges, check its cracks.
With an 11, I probably got blowed up.
What? Why are you giving me this look?
Look, I know most of us refer to it as a bunch of fucking doors, but we don't mean that literally.
Door doesn't seem trapped.
All right, is it locked?
Nope.
All right. Does it look good, guys?
Seems
As far as I
fine.
can tell,
All right.
I don't see or sense anything wrong with it.
Take the
Just another door.
big clampy claw and open the doors.
It lets out the most horrendous creak you've ever heard. And it's just like nails on a chalkboard through a loudspeaker, essentially.
Oh, so it sounds like a big green chicken.
And the doors open, and all this dust just kind of comes crumbling down. And probably about 100 yards ahead, you see soft glowing light coming down from the ceiling, and cresting across what looks like a mushroom sitting in the middle of a room, and you can see pillars off to the side. leading
Before
up
I
to
go
the
through,
area.
is this the thing that only you were allowed in?
No.
Ah, okay.
Alright, I need you guys to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, fuck.
Alrighty.
Let's rip this fucking band-aid off.
That's a 19.
That is a natural 20.
Go fuck yourself. That's a modified 10.
Let's see what happens with a 5.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Stretch a little bit. I'm surprised there's not a cheese laying here.
He's been staying in the bedroom.
It's warm.
Yeah.
It's really warm. So, you proceed into this room, and you all hear the rumblings of a voice that just basically causes your stomach to sink a bit.
Oh, jeez.
You're probably shitting yourself.
Are you fucking
With a
sure
5
this
on the
is-
wisdom, yeah.
Yeah. You actually probably skitter into your machine and instantly beg Cayenne to carry you.
Probably hide behind the birds, yeah. Well, I'm already in the machine, so.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hiding behind Canyon. He can hide behind the birds.
And it's a threat fired right across to you. And it's the familiar voice of the mushroom god speaking to you and the others. And he rumbles out. One of the daughters of a traitorous bitch comes to my temple to desecrate it. You're not going to enter that chamber. None of you are.
Look back at the door you just walked through.
Cayenne, if it's her at all, she is going to full on say, and I know I'll probably have to roll intimidation for this. I already know this.
Oh, fuck.
Why don't you fuck around and find out, boy?
Roll an intimidation. She's trying to intimidate a god, everybody.
You fucking roll
An
high.
11.
You just hear, like, this laughter from all around you.
Well, that's unsettling.
And, the deity speaks back to you. He's like, your mother asked for someone to worship. I offered. She betrayed me, and now you betray me.
Because of what you are doing.
I'm making the world perfect.
If this
This
is
is
what you
just
call
what she's
perfect,
hearing?
I
Or
want
we're
no
all hearing
part
this?
of it.
You're all hearing this.
Okay.
Your mother and her band of Obscura are a bunch of traitors.
Wait a minute. Does that bother Nikolai enough to get him out from being scared?
Probably not.
Okay.
If this is your version of perfect, then it needs to be gotten rid of.
And, yeah, you guys are hearing this. Each
Hearing this?
of your gods are weak and cowards. They don't have the essence to build what I've built.
Wait. Okay. What does Nikolai know about this god?
We did take a short rest, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh. I did not hit the short rest button.
Doesn't he know that the god? Does he know that this deity is the quiet type and?
You're in his domain. You don't know shit about this
Okay.
deity. Kyan hasn't.
I haven't shared any
You
knowledge
haven't
about
shared
him
anything,
because
okay.
druids don't share secrets.
Unless it's
How we-
another druid.
Unless it's another druid, because we like to say safe. People don't need to know our shit. Unless we
What's
deem
the
important.
safe word? Shitlog. You look offended.
Of all the safe words to say, that's not the one that came to mind.
Yeah, we know yours is hot glue.
No, it fucking is not.
What the hell?
Sick fucks.
It's lolcat. It's lolcat.
It's a phrase in lolcat.
Don't ask.
Oh. Cayenne already has her glaive out. She hasn't put it away or anything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're like, I'm gonna fucking murder somebody at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And each of you hear the offer of, if you submit now, I will give you the secrets you seek.
I don't know about the rest of my party, but I, for one, would rather die a traitor than to be a brainless subject.
So how afraid is, like, scared is Nikolai? I've never played a character that's actually been feared.
You've never heard, much less a god, talk directly to you. You've only been smited by one, and hearing actual threats and exchange of knowledge. Knowledge that you have never had access to. If you guys want, please roll a perception for me.
Ugh.
The person up in
This one
Norway,
violated me too.
we've got so much snow, the snowplows can't even move it.
Hey! A good roll, finally.
23.
Yeah, my perception was shit.
Good luck.
One.
Stay safe.
My first one of the night
A one?
on perception.
Oh,
That
you're
would
just
be,
anger.
23 for Nikolai.
I look,
21.
I look like I'm looking through rose-tinted glasses right now. This is
The
Mixed with
rose
beer
are just
goggles.
blood
Yes.
red.
You both, Mongo,
Red beer goggles.
Scabbard, you pick up and you look over and you see Nikolai actually kind of like starting to contemplate this offer. And you get smacked by probably both your brothers.
23? Okay. Damn.
Well, you're afraid, so your
Yeah.
perception didn't matter.
Okay.
Not
And you
trying
just
to
get-
just snap him out of it. Like, fucking pay attention.
Both of you
Well,
get
flick
smacked.
to the ear.
You get smacked by Mongo, and he gets flicked by Scabbard in the ear.
Ah!
And there's just ringing in your ear now.
Ah! The hell is that for?
See that look you're doing?
What?
Don't even think about it.
Oh, some asshole offers me information? All I have to do is say, okay. What's the problem with that?
Did you see all the fucking corpses? That is what happens.
What's the point of giving someone information if you're just going to kill them?
Kyan wants to kill.
the weed can keep its secrets.
No, we like weed. We don't like this guy.
So we're still doing this?
Fucking apparently.
Alrighty.
Do you want to live in a world of his
Fungus?
perfection?
I don't know.
A world
think
of
so.
blight and miasma.
Doesn't sound good.
Sounds like a bad day for everybody.
Yeah.
Just an absolute blight where just all matters of everything
No,
screwed up and ruined
I
rules the
know
world.
how to. I think I've learned how to speak a little Nikolai. Half the fun is finding out how it works. Why would you want somebody to spoil your fun?
Oh yeah, that's true. Of course.
Hey, Tom, you just learned how to speak Nikolai. Does it hurt?
A little bit.
Sorry, I've never played a character that's actually been scared before, so it's just kind of weird. I don't know how to handle that.
Oh, it's hard. It's hard. Tom knows how to do it all the time, though. He's
Yeah.
good at it.
A lot of scary things in this fucking world.
Never totally failed. You're scared check.
Oh, lordy. This guy, he's like, be right back, need to stretch. It's hard as hell to stretch and be 6'11", and everything is made for midgets.
I feel you,
Yeah.
brother. Not 6'11", but I feel you.
So,
6'5".
so with the
glad
offer.
to be short.
Yeah, high five. Yeah, short people
Out of
club.
5'3".
Ooh. Yeah, at this point I'm like 5'5", 5'4". It's great.
5'10".
So you all reject this offer,
Yeah.
and you hear a very cheery voice.
Bring your best, asshole.
You hear a very
Don't fucking antagonize him.
Nikolai. You hear a very cheery voice.
Okay.
And it's a really like cheery voice. It's like, I don't mean to be a bother and intervene in your adventure.
Where's his voice coming from?
You can't see where it's coming from. No, but none of you can hear it. Can you do me a favor?
I don't know. Who are you? Where are you? What's the request? I'm saying this out loud.
Can you take out your steel defender?
Nikolai, what the fuck are you on about?
He's fucked up. He can't do nothing.
Just please take him out. I can't do it for you.
Okay. I get out of the machine. It's like, who are you? Pull out
I
steel
think we've
defender.
lost Nikolai.
Oh, good.
Let's-
One moment.
Okay.
Put your little paws on him.
Okay. Who are you?
Follow
Do we need to get a
follow
moment
this
too?
motion.
He's giving
I'm
me the
more
ideas of the
curious as to
motion.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Okay.
Watch for him.
So you see Nikolai do the wax on, wax off motion,
Oh, good. He's
I don't
waxing
know.
on and waxing
Somebody's
off
talking
Ace.
to me. Seems friendly.
and you see like this glow from inside of Ace. It's almost like a golden color as he begins to repair himself all the way through. And Ace kind of rolls over and he stands up and he shakes off, and you can see fragments of him flying off and just flake into ash as he stands up. Not much bigger, but a little bit bigger.
Oh, cool.
If you guys want, do a investigation on it.
Fuck yeah.
That's an
Oh,
11.
fuck.
18.
18. You are so jarred from the voice, probably.
That's a 1.
That is a modified 20.
Modify 20,
11.
11,
18.
18.
Does he still have the cat features?
Let me get to that.
Okay.
And you see him instantly just do lay on burning hands on him as he backs away, terrified from Ace, and Ace just hops back, looking terrified. And you recognize a little bit from. You're more familiar with this than you are from studying in wizards and stuff. Ace has undergone a upgrade from some divine force. He's essentially a child version of a manticore,
Whoa.
but a steel defender form.
Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa.
Tom's like, And that just freaked you out enough where you just tried to do burning hands on him.
Yeah, I was like, whoa! What happened? Who are you? What did you do?
Quick thing, just for my sanity's sake, so I don't hyperventilate. Please tell me the tail looks more like a barbed devil tail rather than the tail of something else I don't want to mention that I'm allergic to.
Centipede?
No, it starts with an S. Yeah,
S.
that.
Snake?
Scorpion.
That.
Scorpion? No,
Manticore.
it's actually more of a snake head.
Okay,
Oh,
awesome.
interesting.
Like an actual, like, viper.
So like a chimera
Yeah.
of sorts,
Yeah.
minus the goat head.
Yeah.
Nice.
Whoa, Ace! Wait, okay, who were you? Who was that?
The voice is just gone.
Okay.
And you just
Thank
have,
you.
as you see him standing there, he suddenly has a note in his hand. And you look down in your hand that's free, and
Yeah.
Ace is just standing there like,
You,
Yeah.
Are you Ace?
Ace just gives you a thumbs up.
Whoa, dude, you're cool looking now. I mean, not that you weren't cool before. Look at the note.
Yeah. It just simply says in very fancy scripture, "You're welcome."
Thank you, whoever you are. That was weird.
Oh, Nikolai, he's so oblivious to deities.
Yeah, it's like, well, like when some dude, like he said, like when somebody, some asshole offers you like information, why not, kind of thing, and all you have to say is, okay.
Yeah, so you're looking at Ace, and Ace has gotten a little bit of an upgrade.
So
Just a
manticores, lion head, scorpion tail, and wings, right? Usually.
Manticores are pretty awesome.
Can you give a more description so I know what his abilities are, if he can still fly or not?
Oh, I'll send you a picture.
Cool.
It's a quick Google search, essentially.
Mechanical manticore.
It's like liquid metal manticore status going on there.
Is he going to hold up a
Think of
picture
the-
and ask if you've
Think
seen
of
this mouse skin?
the lion from
Oh, I
the
know in
Island of
general-
Misfit Toys.
I know in general what
Yeah.
a manticore looks like, but she changed
But this
some of the
this one comes
typical
back to
descriptions.
essentially like a giant viper head, and it looks in your direction as it moves around, and then it looks at you a little bit like it's judging you a little bit, and it just as you kind
I'm
of
a cat. I look back in judgment right back.
I'm just going to look at it and like, hi.
I like how one of the first results that pops up is the manticores from Software.
Let's have some horror material. While we're
Okay,
at it.
so instead of a scorpion head, it's a snake face that bites with venom. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was
Oh
going to
God, did
say
he merge with Snake
look
Chain?
up a chimera.
Yeah, it's more of a chimera than a manticore, but it's closer to a manticore than an actual chimera.
Cool.
So, but it's like
Dude,
it's like
Ace, you
it's
look
like
awesome,
a
buddy.
child version.
Cool.
Yeah, so Ace looks pretty badass.
Wait, with what I helped add, does that make him a Mounticore?
You know what? You want to roll for disadvantage for combat?
No.
Yeah, it's
Entire
basically a manticore is a lion's body with bat wings and a scorpion tail. But
Yeah, he just goes like this, and you see those big giant claws.
dude, is he walking on four or
He's upright, man.
he's upright?
Big
Cool. So he's
giant
kind of like an
murder mittens.
anthropomorphic manticore.
Yeah, he's got these big giant fucking murder mittens now.
Not gonna lie, I would love to see him do aerial combat to where he can fly and basically do a death roll in air and just cut clean through somebody.
he sounds
Probably
fucking
fucking
dope.
do that now, yeah.
Like the initial description that Mike gave of
The
how
tail,
Ace looks like
rip and tear.
sounded cool, awesome. But now he just sounds fucking dope.
So, as you're sitting there, Scav, pulling yourself together a little bit from this, and you reject the offer, you feel something touch your shoulder, and you turn around and you think it's one of your siblings. And it's almost like a ripple throughout you. And you just feel the reinforcement of Bahamut on you. You gain a blessing. And you also gain what is that phrase? Check your chat.
Think.
So,
I checked nothing. Just a rust monster.
Yep. You feel the blessing of Bahamut upon you that basically gives you guidance and a +1 to your AC
Nice.
for the duration of this combat.
All right.
Oh,
So you see someone kind of walk out in front of you, and they're like a ethereal version, and they kind of brush themselves off. You can't really tell who they are, and they're like, They hold out a ghostly spellbook. Borrow that for this fight.
Ooh, damn.
You're gonna need it.
That is a very.
do they look
angry
familiar?
looking.
I
That's
recognize
really
them.
fucking angry looking.
found a cool picture.
I'd try to memorize their face. And then start thumbing through the spell book.
Yeah. It goes all the way up to 6 level spells. Have fun with that during this combat.
You know, I'm kind of glad I've not used this my keeper necklace this whole time.
I can only cast up to second.
This book permits you up until this combat is over.
I have.
You can just flat out cast those spells out of this spell book.
What spells would those be?
Did I stutter?
Just
No,
a
I
heads
didn't.
up, peoples. I don't have any spell slots, so try not to get hurt. I can't heal you.
So, you leading the charge?
Yeah.
No, we might die here. Let's at least go down swinging.
Well, I
Alright.
intend to bleed.
So, you proceed forward. Mongo's like stumbling a little bit looking at his spell book, but it doesn't look any different to anybody else, but yours has like this crazy glow going on, all these runes floating around you a little bit. And, yeah, you guys head forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yeah. So we're no longer gonna do this thing about meeting this asshole in his private chamber. We're just gonna bust in and blow it up.
Well, ahead you see this like mushroom there in the center of a room.
Okay.
And I'm sure Cayenne's like, alright, let's get this fucking over with. I'm gonna fuck this person up.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
You head forward and you see this figure stand up, and you realize it's not just a static mushroom. And yeah, you see this. It's the equivalent of essentially a priestess for this deity. And you can see the mushroom cap come down along their actual face, and they have no eyes, and their mouth is basically nothing but razor sharp teeth. And their neck's slightly elongated. Their arms are like almost spindly as it holds on to two very long sickle-like blades. And the robes that they're wearing, you look it over and you're seeing that they're made from previous subjects that were deemed to worship, essentially. And these robes just curve out along the ground.
Oh, good. She's taking fashion tips from Buffalo Bill.
Movie reference. Ding!
Alrighty. Okay. So.
We're gonna roll for combat there, guys.
Yeah.
Alright. Initiative?
Yarp.
Initiative.
Let me bring up a document for this because this shit's gonna get salty. Shoulder just popped.
I am both
something does
really
pop.
happy,
Was it the good kind?
but also extremely worried.
Natural
It was a
20 on
cold
my
day.
initiative.
Exactly what I got.
Nice.
I sense one's coming up.
Oh,
I'll just let mine stay where it is.
this is going to be interesting. You got, who else got natural 20?
I did. Nikolai did as well.
I'm aware. I didn't ask that. I asked who else. What'd you get?
11.
Cayenne?
18.
Nice. Let's see what Beavis and Butthead get.
I can describe a few members of the party.
Alright, cool. That is the order. Pets will go on your turn except for the birds. They get special privilege. Because they usually work in independent anyway. Tools. Alright. So, at the top of the round, we got a 3-way natural 20.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
I like that. Oh, shit. Oh, God. This is not going to go well at all for anybody. Okay. Well, that's the start of the fight. This is going to be a very bloody fight. I can tell you that right now.
I got a feeling Ace in his new form is going to get KO'd.
Oh. So, to set the battlefield for you, you see the priestess. She throws one of these blades down into the ground, and the birds move ahead of you, charging, to basically get in their position. And you guys look at each other, and you see her, as she throws the sickle down, these vines come up and just hit the birds and slam them right into the ceiling. You just see blood splatter along the ceiling.
Oh,
That's not good.
Oh, shit.
that's problem.
And they're
number one.
pinned to the ceiling.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, they took 12 points of damage each.
Damn.
Oh, fuck.
Ow.
Yep. I told you, this is going to be a bloody one. You guys are next up on the order. Let's go.
Okay.
Cayenne, you're up after them, followed by Mongo.
Alright. Very well then. I will go ahead. And
Directed at you, Scav. This person is happy to meet a fellow from Escape from Tarkov player.
hey. Alright, let's see. I will go ahead and actually take out the bow.
Yep, you're up, Nikolai, as well.
How far away am I from Cayenne?
She's not far from you. She's probably about, a good 10 to 20.
Okay.
She's within range. And she's probably very angry right now.
Nikolai, do you have any more of that dirt?
So can I reach out to touch her?
Yeah,
Okay.
you could probably just easily reach out and touch her because you can feel the heat.
You got this, Cayenne. Heroism on her.
Alright,
You
might
get
want
an
to tell her
extra
what
4
that is.
hit points, and you cannot be feared. Cannot be made scared.
Nikolai, got any more of that sacred dirt?
Yeah. Why?
I would like to use a little bit of this.
You used all of yours already?
Yes.
Fuck.
I just need a tiny bit.
I take Snake Chain out of my bag of holding, and then I give him my bag of holding. Don't lose it, asshole.
I'm taking a silver arrow. Coating it in some of the sacred soil.
It's gonna take some time.
It's fine.
Alright, you're up, Cayenne?
How far
And I
Are
send
the-
Ace to
are the
distract
vines
and attack.
from me?
Huh?
How far is the blade or the vines from me?
Probably about 40.
I'm gonna use Wither and Bloom on that.
Alright. Well, you can't make a saving throw because they're vines.
So
How do you want this? Concentration for a minute, so that's 6 turns.
Mm-hmm.
Unless my
that would
unless my concentration is broken.
be 8 points of damage.
Alright. You go and you wither and bloom these vines, and you see just like them starting to crack a bit along the actual branches. And it's a high level version of the spell that you're dealing with. It's going to take a little bit more to get them free. Mongo?
Okie dokie.
Be quick on the draw there, bud.
Yeah. That's why I'm using its probably broken wand on that fucking scythe that she just jammed into the ground.
Okay.
And then hiding.
What does its DC?
This one. Using this wand, item will cause an item question to make a saving throw or break using the wand. I'm not sure what their fucking saving throw is.
I'm pretty sure it's just your saving throw. What's your saving throw?
Oh, spell save DC 13.
By 1. By 1. You see the spell just hit this thing, and you start to see the cracks form along it, and they just kind of float off into the air, and you can see the cracks in the air for briefly as it dissipates.
Fuck.
Let's see. Where are we at?
And in case you don't remember, it now has disadvantage unless it's attacking Ace directly.
Mm-hmm. The priestess moves, and she looks at Ace, and Ace is standing there, and he's like, "Sup, bitch?"
Yeah, power rend to make his attack.
Alright. Oh, look, it's a cheddar cheese.
Come to wish us luck, bud? Or you just want water?
Yeah.
Probably just water.
So Ace moves forward, and he goes up and he to swipe this thing, and she just grabs his paw as he goes to swipe. And she's like, "Oh, your turn." Ace has her distracted.
Yep.
She's going to attack him directly. Oh, poor guy. Let's see.
Force and power rend, so spell attack modifier to hit. So it'd be 6, 16, 14. Oh, so yeah, it'd be D20 plus 6.
He needs to... Oh.
You've seen that
So,
phrase before.
you see her yank Ace's arms back, right? As he goes to attack her, because she's saved. She's fine. And
Saved against what?
the attack didn't land on her from
Oh, okay.
Ace.
So he didn't make a good attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she puts her other hand on his chest, and you see it just convulse briefly as she uses infestation on him with rust monsters.
Oh.
Like rust monster mites, essentially.
Well, fuck. That's not poison.
It's rust monster poison.
He's immune to poison.
It's rust monsters. That's the poison.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But he's
Yeah.
immune to poison.
Poison, he would technically be immune, though.
Yes, but they're rust monsters because she
Yeah.
knows what he is.
Okay.
And that's hitting at 11th level. No, I'm just kidding. The look of pure panic.
Damn. Well, seems to be Ace's modus operandi. Get one like distraction or hit in and be killed.
But he still takes 6 points of damage.
Okay.
So that's 6 on him. You two gentlemen are up. Cayenne, you're up next. Followed by the Mongo.
After coding that arrow, tossing the bag back to Nikolai. Here you go. And I am knocking that arrow
Okay.
and firing.
Alright, fire to hit.
Thinking.
That is
Since-
a 22 to hit.
My flamethrower doesn't work. Would it be theoretically possible to disconnect the fuel cell, light it, and throw it at the bitch with the other arm?
Tinkering. You're sitting there.
That's 11 points of damage done with that arrow.
This arrow, she goes to hit Ace again, and you hit her right in the arm with that arrow to stop her. And she just pauses for a moment. She looks at her arm as you can just see like the damage done to it. She just pulls out the arrow, letting go of Ace, and throws it to the side.
There's one silver arrow down. I don't know if the sacred dirt did anything.
Nikolai, you're trying to just roll tinkering to disable.
22.
22?
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to move to
Alright.
a better angle too, actually.
Yeah. You eventually get it unlashed and everything, but that would be your entire turn, basically.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not really a hand-to-hand combat person.
No, you're not. Actually, Cayenne, you're first. Save that. Hi, cheese.
It's a cheesy cat.
Trying to think, other than using Wither and Bloom, of what to do other than just charging in and swinging.
Remember, you can modify your spells with blood magic.
That's true. I've got to get.
And you have the lance spell. Hey, buddy.
You said the lance spell?
Yeah, where you can actually use the blood magic as a lance.
Yeah, that's shillelagh, but I have to kill another person to use it.
You can also use your own blood.
That's true.
Or Mongo's, since he's right next to you.
No.
You get the birds bleeding too.
Birds are fucked. Actually, thank you for reminding me on that.
Oh.
I'm essentially. Let's see if. I'm gonna use Chill Touch.
Alright.
That's a 13 to hit, though.
That does not hit her. She just moves off to
shit.
the side.
Whoa.
What?
Yeah. So as long as I keep concentration on heroism, she gets 4 points. She gets additional 4 points every turn.
Damn.
So yeah,
Your
you
hit points
see
just go up
this.
4 points every turn.
You go to land this attack, and she moves out of the way, and she just shakes her head at you. Taunting you. And then, yeah, as she taunts you, she moves her hand, and the branches tighten around the birds, and you see more blood just dripping down onto the ground.
Yeah, at this point, I'm not gonna do anything else, but Cayenne is literally a pubic hair away from just blindly going in, regardless of if she dies or not.
Great way to phrase that.
Look, she's a cut hair away from the attack. You're up, Monko.
Okay, time to open the fucking new ghosty book and see what the fuck's in there.
Alright.
I need to know what spells are in there so that way I know what I can fucking do.
Alright. Perception.
Uh, 18.
18?
No, I'm sorry. 17.
17? Cool. Do a knowledge with advantage for me.
Intelligence,
Intelligence.
yeah.
Yep. Do an intelligence.
You're getting different systems mixed up tonight.
Oh man, I have no idea why.
It's like,
Okay,
we're playing
I will
D&D.
fucking take those results. I guess I'm finding out because I first rolled a 19 and then a 20.
Nice.
Yes.
You start looking through this ghostly spellbook, and it stops you briefly for a second as you're looking through it. It's your father's spellbook.
The book tells him it's his father's.
No, he recognizes the
Oh.
writing.
Ah.
And you're just seeing all these spells perfectly categorized that he had gathered, essentially.
Shit.
You stumbled on one of your father's actual hobbies, much like you had. He likes to collect spells.
Fucking wizards.
Okay.
Is that going to take you out of your turn? Or do you need to hold your turn so that you can actually cast something?
I have no idea what spells are in there, so I don't know if I can cast anything in there.
Remember what I just told you. Your dad liked to collect spells.
You can literally just read the spell out of the book as if it was a scroll.
Yeah.
And cast it. That's what I'm getting from what she's saying.
Yep. Now he's like, I have to go to D&D Beyond and pick up 1 through 6 on level spells.
Yeah! I've already got that page open, by the way.
Alright, yeah. So Cayenne, Mongo, back to the top. Let's see what she's going to do. Let's see. See, what is she going to do?
I have an idea.
Okay, you want to share it, or are you just going to do it without sharing as you usually do?
You guys are free to communicate with each other. Remember that.
I'm tinkering to disassemble a part of my machine right now.
Component pieces.
Don't need them.
Oh fuck.
It's straight out of the book, dude.
It's gonna burn my whole turn. Since I happen to be in ruins, I can use some urban insight.
Hey, that could come in handy.
Fucking give him the keys to the fucking kingdom, and he doesn't know what to do with them except sit there and play with them.
Yeah, no, I'm basically at that point where it's just like
Huh?
keys are being dangled in front of me.
Keys are for baby, not
If you think
Batman.
that's a good idea. If it's something you think you should share, then do it. Right now, you're holding your shot.
This
on
might
your
work.
arrow
This
for
might do something.
for the-
So she
okay.
brings her, she pulls the scythe up to her, and you see two bodies starting to actually form up as she's reanimating some long dead
people.
people. And it's up to you, gentlemen, and then you, Cayenne.
You said it takes a turn for me to get
Yep.
that thing up.
Yeah,
Okay.
you get it loose and you pull it free, and it just you kind of break a few things getting it loose, but you got it loose.
Not breaking anything so that the other things are not functional, right?
Yeah,
It's like a 22 should allow me to
yeah. There was like a bolt you can't get, and you're just like,
fuck it.
Is this a humanoid?
It seems humanoid in nature, but you can't tell to what extent.
I am using urban insight then to magically discern how to destroy this thing.
All right, I need you to make a will saving throw at disadvantage. Cayenne, you're moving in, I'm sure.
Gain another
Yes.
4 hit points.
All right, go ahead and make your attack or
You're
whatever
now
you're gonna
up
do.
by 8 hit points.
That is a modified 20.
Has a modified 20.
I rolled a 19 and a 17.
Okay, I'll get back to you in a moment.
Cayenne's moving in very angrily, and she's gonna start swinging at this bitch. She's done.
Okay, roll an attack.
Yeah, she's done.
You're resulting to your dad's methodology.
Yes, he told me to get angry and use it to my advantage, so this bitch is gonna use
Hell
it to
yeah,
her
fuck this
advantage.
hole up.
We should maybe give
He's-
Diane the
Okay.
berserker.
Player to player, mate.
I offered it.
An additional 4 points on top of my modifier.
Yeah, you have an additional 8 points now.
Every
So-
turn it goes up.
Every turn
Oi,
you get 4
stop
hit points.
talking.
Sorry.
So you get next to your hit points, you have temporary hit points. That's where that would go.
And you take damage from temporary hit points.
What's the
before
ability you used?
heroism?
Because with my crumbs moon dance to hit, with my modifier it's just 16, but with an additional 4 it would be a modified
No,
20.
hit points.
hit
not,
points.
Not,
Hit
not,
points.
not to hit.
It just lets you
Okay,
take
okay.
more hits.
Let you take more hits.
Oh, okay.
You have an
Let's
additional
see.
8 hit points to absorb before you actually take
Yeah, you can
damage
actually
from your
plug it in
sword.
right
Oh.
there too, if you want.
Well, that's pretty good. I'm actually
Cayenne just
above
literally
30 hit points.
she just became the fucking tank.
So
Alright.
it
You know,
was
I've got
six-
catapult. I jump on her back. We can literally make a fucking tank.
That was a 16 to hit with Crumb's Moon Dance.
That will actually hit.
For damage, for slashing damage, that's a 11.
You wow, 11 points. Jesus Christ. All right, someone's getting angry over here.
Cayenne smash.
And on top of it, you are actually immune from
Oh, I
being
guess
frightened.
slash actually. Yeah. Technicality.
She's swinging with the force to dislocate a shoulder.
You bring this thing around, and she's not paying attention to you. She's paying more attention to your brothers, and you catch her from like one side of the face to the other, and you can just see that glistening, like ancient, almost ivory-like bone under the skin. And she just kind of turns her head towards you, and yeah, she's noticed you, and she's going to do something. I need you to make a dexterity save there, Cayenne.
I
I'll
do
take
have a
the
question.
19.
I need
19?
to ask their boss.
Yo,
How long has it been since? Because you said Nikolai had to cast Expeditious Retreat to make the movement he needed. How long has it been since then?
it's gone.
It's gone. Okay.
You see Cayenne duck out of the way as all these like ghostly hands start coming out of the actual cap of the mushroom to try and grab at her and her weapon to disarm her, essentially. And you're realizing how tricksy this bitch actually is. Boys, you're up.
So, what did I learn?
You learned that you shouldn't open yourself up to ancient gods.
Bend over.
Bend over.
It's gonna be like the scene from
Bend over
Silent Hill with
backwards.
the hospital bed.
Oh no. You reach out using your paladin abilities to.
That's the ranger one.
Oh, even better.
At least with the paladin ability, you have some protection.
Yeah, you reach out to figure this out, trying to discern what it is, and you get right back into your head, thrown back into yourself as you hear a phrase that kind of unsettles you a little bit. And I laughed when your parents died.
Damn.
And you take 7 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Ow.
Alright.
You're like, motherfucker!
So I didn't learn how to deal with this then.
Nope.
Huh.
It is a protected, de-created object. Avatar.
Alright. I am moving into melee range.
Be sure to duck out of the way of Cayenne's anger.
Is he moving past me to do so?
Yeah, you see him
Okay.
pull out his sword, and he starts running like this to charge.
I reach over and do heroism on him.
He reaches out. He blesses your crotch with heroism.
Yeah, just
Shield and sword.
you got it,
at the
buddy.
ready.
You can only cast one concentration at a time.
Oh, that's right. I can. Never mind then.
Yeah,
That's right.
because you'll drop it off Cayenne if you do that.
Yeah.
Keep it
never
on.
mind.
Keep it on Cayenne. But I am moving in melee range.
Alright, you can roll an attack, because Cayenne
And advantage. Pack tactics.
birds are not doing so well.
They were so loyal too. Hopefully we can.
18
What do you
to
need more?
hit.
They're still alive, fucker!
True.
And just for that, I'm going to make sure that a certain metal thing will not function for a while.
What the hell?
That was an 18
You
to
opened
hit.
your mouth, you cursed yourself.
I think that was more of a joke than anything. Out of
It
character.
was like, jeez.
What was that?
18 to hit.
That will
with
hit.
11 points of damage.
God damn, you guys are just back to back with this shit. Okay. Nikolai, what are you doing since that was scrapped? Cayenne, you're up next, followed by you, Mongo.
I'm going to get
I'm gonna try
into
something
range so I
fucking
can.
crazy.
Well, so Ace is in
This is
melee
gonna
with
work.
the bitch.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of damage.
Okay.
Please, finger dice for this one.
I call him back.
If you have to roll, please.
She just
Finger gun
backhands
dice.
Ace, and he moves away, and he just kind of comes back, and he's looking at you like,
I hand him the the fire tank
he looks at it, looks at you.
and do some mending on him to do his hit points carefully. So Arcana.
Yep.
That would be an 18.
18. You successfully cast a spell.
Okay. You heal up his hit points.
Roll a d4.
A D4.
I don't know the kind of reach.
If it's in combat, there's consequences of it being in combat.
Okay. Looking for a D4. I know there's a bunch of them.
It looks like this.
Yes, I know what it looks
It looks
like.
like a little
I'm
triangle.
looking for a particular one, but I can't find it, so I'll just grab the next
yes,
one I see.
a d4.
You should keep them organized.
Just feel out with your foot. You'll find it really fast.
That's obsidian, bud.
Oh, right.
3
Oh, God. If we get him a
plus
D4 of
whatever-
obsidian, he's just going to not have a foot left, huh? Can we get obsidian dice? Yes, we can.
I have obsidian dice.
Yeah.
Yes,
Keep
you
it
do.
away from it.
I'm jealous.
They're beautiful.
So 3.
3? Okay.
And hand him this, and
Just want purple heart.
tell him to light that bitch and blow this fucker up.
Rosewood.
Oh, the wood dice are
She
so
starts running, then turns around and starts
Maybe
going.
drop it on her. You can fly, right?
Yeah. Cayenne?
Attacking this bitch.
Alright, go for it.
So that is 18 to hit.
That will hit. Should really make these DCs a lot higher with the way these people roll.
Speaking of somebody who wants to actually hit the fucking thing eventually,
Pins.
no, please.
Slashing is a 1 is a 1.
A 1 point of damage, yeah.
Yeah.
On damage, yes, that is a 1.
So you got another 4 hit points there, Tan.
Alright. Manga.
Okay. Let's see what Dad does. 6th level, flesh to stone.
Alright.
On the jacket.
On the jacket? Alright.
Oh, and Hex Con.
Okay.
Just so you know, Jesse.
Is it a con
if my
save?
Yes, it
concentration
is.
isn't broken, you'll get an extra 40 hit points
Oh, Jesus.
by the time the spell ends.
Fuck off!
That was a natural 20.
2 in a row?
It happens, man. I mean,
Remember what you said about me, bud.
God damn it. Alright, so that's 1 knocked off. Alright, that didn't fucking work.
Let's see. Yeah. Sorry there, bud. That's just the dice for you.
So that container of
So,
napalm
Mongo's-
is the entire contents of my flamethrower capability.
Alright.
I'm guessing it's probably about this big, full of napalm. Sitting behind me.
Okay, that's what
you're not about to drop that on us when we're right next to it, are you?
Ace doesn't know any better. I need you to make a con saving throw there, Scabbard.
Constitution. Alright.
Yeah.
And I would pray
Well,
no explosives get wasted in the
That's fair.
not temple room.
We are able to speak,
13,
so
14, 15, 16.
16?
16.
You just barely matched, bud.
What
Ace
did they
goes
try
on my
to
turn,
do?
right?
Huh?
What did they try to do?
Oh, you're about to find out. I need a calculator.
Uh-oh. I have a question. Is this a spell?
Okay, maybe that'll fucking work.
She does know what your character is capable of doing.
Yes.
If she happens to do something that might not work out, then yeah, or shouldn't
No,
work.
it's
then
an
you can say
ability.
something.
Okay.
Essentially a layer action, as you would say.
Ah.
Nice. Okay. So she brings her hand down, she grabs Scav by his throat, avoiding the armor. And she looks down at you and she's like, "You'll do." And she hits you with this and you just feel the energy just hit you like a fucking heat wave as she pulls out 11 points of your life force and
Oh.
heals herself.
Oh, good.
And you can see that wound across her face starting to actually heal up. And Scav's like, "Fuck."
Ow.
And you also need to make a strength saving throw at disadvantage because she has you grappled.
Okay. I'll make a strength saving throw then.
Hello, baby. Hello, baby.
Good lord, man.
Has Scav turned into what's his face that dies in all of his movies?
That is 14 for the strength.
Because
You
this
do not get loose, but yeah.
because this sheer track record so far.
You're up,
That's-
Cayenne, followed by Mongo. You see this happen right next to you as she's now grappling Scabbard with her free hand.
Did I go? No, I have a chance to go.
You sent Ace with bomb.
Okay. But he's not making that attack until it's my turn, right?
Right.
Next time. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to speak to my family. Pay attention to Ace. He's above you. Run when you see something. You see him drop something.
I truly hope no explosives are being wasted in the not room we need to be in. Cayenne would be yelling that out.
Yeah, you have free communication.
And then
I have a lot of explosives on me.
essentially, I want to try to use Thorn Whip on this lady.
Alright.
Draconic and Sylvan. I'm saying, watch out for Ace to drop.
19 to hit.
That will hit. You're trying to grapple her?
I'm just trying to go for what would normally be eye sockets.
She has no eyes.
That's why I say normally where eye sockets would be.
Okay, yeah.
So attacking the face.
Yeah.
Quote unquote. For 1 point of damage.
You bring up your thorn whip and just smack her across the face. And there's just like a single little nick across her face from where it hit. As she grabbed Scab, she basically moved a little bit out of the way.
Alright.
No,
Mongo?
in the bottom.
Okie dokie.
Poor Mongo's having to do math over there.
Yeah, well, I'm keeping track of what I'm casting out of the book.
Mm-hmm.
So the other things didn't work, so now we'll give this a fucking shot. Sunbeam.
Alright.
I just blast this bitch with fucking radiant.
What do I have to do for that?
Each creature in the line must make a Constitution saving throw, so I'm trying to aim it so that way nobody else but her is in the fucking thing. On a failed save, 68 radiant. On success, half damage, and isn't blinded, but she's probably fucking blinded anyway. Undead and oozes have disadvantage on the saving throw.
Real quick, does it spread as like a sunbeam, like an actual sunbeam ray, or is it like a straight
5 foot wide,
line?
60 foot wide. That's
Okay.
all.
It's like Goku firing off a laser beam.
Basically.
Okay, I was
It's
just
gonna
making
be
sure I
bright.
wasn't super close because Thorn Whip and everything, but Thorn Whip's
And that saving
30
throw is
feet range.
Constitution as well.
Roll your damage.
I'm blind.
Again. And you're being
You're
grappled.
not in the fucking path.
She's
gives
still
off
being
light.
held by her.
You're being grappled. You're
And we
He's
are
being held by his
communicating, so
neck.
hopefully you know to close your eyes.
Not exactly true, because you said it in languages that I do not understand.
Huh?
You said that you were going to do it in like Draconic and Sylvan. I don't speak those
Well, I
languages.
know these two speak Draconic and
no.
Sylvan.
What he's getting at is you can just yell out, "Hey guys, cover your eyes,"
Yeah.
and he would understand that.
Duck, fucker!
Yeah.
Close my eyes.
And if
please
I know
roll
that
your-
you don't speak Draconic and Sylvan, I'm just going
Yeah.
to use some other way to communicate to you.
Writes the note on your butt and flashes him.
I knew you didn't mind the butt wiggling. 14, 15, 16, 17.
17.
Radiant.
Yep. Fuck me.
Well, we should all know what languages everybody speaks. So what languages
Yeah.
do you speak?
Elf.
Elf
Common.
and Common.
Cat.
Elven Common.
Okay.
Common, draconic,
So,
elvish, and kobold.
Mongo, you're flipping through
Okay.
the pages real quick, and you're like, okay, I got a spell.
so since
and,
you speak Elvish,
You go and
I
you
would
bring
tell
your...
you to relay
Hey,
that to
stop
me.
talking. And you bring your hands around and you start, you get the bell and you kind of shake it a little bit like you're looking at like an 8-ball. And you aim it forward. And it fires off this beam. And Cayenne, you sidestep a little bit as the beam basically goes between your back legs and between your, like, threading the needle between you. And hits her right in the midsection. And you're just, like, holding it, like, trying to follow her movement so you don't just, like, you don't hit her leg and accidentally just, like, slice off one of her legs with your Death Star beam.
Probably got a little bit of a tail trim.
A little bit.
Singe the fur.
And even with your eyes closed, it's blinding. And this beam hits her, and she lets out this agonized pain. Oh my
Is it
god.
enough to cause her to drop me?
It's not a bad idea. No. She actually squeezes harder.
All right.
Ow!
That was a natural 20 on that
So,
strength check.
like the going into birth, gotta squeeze the closest soft object near me.
Yeah. Because you actually did 68 points of damage.
Holy shit!
Okay, so, well, we found something.
You did say 6d8, right?
So, what happened
Oh,
is
fuck.
he rolled a 17.
No, he's actually right. I only rolled some. It's 6d8. I rolled 4d6.
Okay, redo it. It was 17 before.
Yeah.
Because now I gotta redo math.
Yeah, I am so sorry. Sorry, I've never used a spell before. Yeah, that's the d8.
Failed us.
Yes. I know, I pulled a Manny on spells.
We're at 17.
But he rolled d4s.
No, 6s.
You rolled d6s?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They're supposed to be 8s.
I'm waiting. Because it's still gonna be an enormous amount of damage.
I think you heard him say 68.
Mongo's shooting bricks over there. Let's see if the birds can actually do resistance.
33.
33. Okay, let me go back to my calculator.
I am sorry, I've never used a spell before.
Don't
Any
worry.
of my characters have never used a spell before.
It's a druid bread and butter spell, man.
Sunbeam and Moonbeam.
Cleric, yeah.
So
Clerics and druids
33?
use it a lot.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's way worse. Okay. Tom, you may need to go to the bathroom and get a new pair of pants, bud. 132 points of damage.
Huh?
33 equal 132. Holy shit.
She rolled a 1. 33 doubled, and then doubled again.
Because she's weak against radiant.
Yeah.
Damn.
Sorry, what was that? I don't comprehend me doing 3 digits worth of damage.
Damn.
132 is what you did. Yeah, she's hurt bad from whatever he just did. You can just smell it from her.
Okay, she's gonna be mad at Mongo. Time to run and hide.
You just see this just massive beam, and you can just see smoke pouring out of the area. And you're just look back, and you felt some of your tail fur get singed by Mongo. We're back at the top, and she's going to...
I'd like to use my movement to fucking hide. But she'll probably be able to track me through the line of piss that I'm looking.
Oh yeah, that's
relay
not far.
to Mongo. And
What am I relaying?
to keep an eye out for Ace flying above.
That
And when you
might
drop
be hard
something,
to do since his
drop
throat's
it.
being clenched.
She turns her
Maybe
head
if
in
that's
your
still the
direction,
problem,
Oh fuck.
and she just goes like this as she casts silence in your area.
Okay.
And you're just like everything around you just suddenly you can't hear anything. That's just deafening.
Is it centered on him or is it centered on the space?
It's centered on him.
Oh fuck!
Oh goody.
Doesn't he get a save for that?
Attack save, none.
Yeah.
It's an area of effect.
So I'm fucking quiet. So no matter where I go, I'm just a big ball of shush.
She just took the hardest hit. The hardest hit.
Concentration, right?
I still got an idea or two.
You still got an idea or two.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's a 20-foot radius and of a sphere. Point is immune to thunder damage, and blah blah blah. Yep.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter. He can't hear you now, but you don't know that.
So, back to you guys. Birds.
Can he speak?
Huh?
Can he speak now?
Yeah, he just reminded of the phrase flashbang.
I think blip and blub.
So,
would be
since you
proud
can
of me.
speak, you can say that, but it
Yes.
doesn't matter, I guess.
I am stabbing.
You're going to stab?
Yep.
Stabby stab?
Right
Stab?
where I can.
So when you guys
Hey, why don't you use
see
smite?
Ace drop
Oh,
the
wait.
bomb,
Can't
it's not a
yet.
bomb,
I
it's
know.
a vat of grease that is very flammable. On her.
Alright.
Yeah, most of her midsection is just burnt away. Like you can see ribs and bone and such like that.
That is a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
That is a 11 points of damage. And I am going to use Roy the Berserker's bandana and stab again.
Read the rules on that. Have you had enough time to recharge it?
Yeah, you heard her use it, dude.
Yeah, you've already used it in combat.
Oh, is it a long rest or a short rest? Or is it just like not
Read your
once?
stuff. So you have 11 points on the deck. Nikolai?
It doesn't say.
Well, Ace is going to make the attack to drop the container of napalm on her.
Once per day. It's under notes. Read your notes.
Oh, okay,
Once per
once
day.
per day, yeah.
And it's been used.
No, I used it. Oh well, that's 11 points of damage, and as a reaction, or a bonus action. Wait, can I do that as a bonus? No, I
I mean,
cannot.
Actually,
Are you going to try and break the grapple or just let her keep holding on to
Yes,
your throat?
I am going to try and break the grapple.
actually, you know what? I'm going to tell Ace I'm changing the instructions. Pour it on her.
Okay. Cayenne, you're up next.
Stabby.
When
Stabby,
he's
roll
done
for it.
pouring on her, I will try to light her on fire.
That is 23.
23.
To give my
You managed to just,
siblings the opportunity to
in
jump
her
out of the way.
moment of sheer, like, what the fuck just hit me, in casting silence, you use that moment to just basically break free of her. And yeah, you see him, words phrase, Ace land on her head and just kind of just pour this goo out all over the top of her, and she just kind of starts to try and looking up at what that is.
And
Do
if-
I smell this?
Oh yeah.
I know what this is.
Oh,
Get back! I'm gonna light her up.
what was your attack?
22 to hit.
That will hit.
And
Fuck yeah.
Was that a natural
slashing,
20?
that was an 18 plus 4.
Yeah.
And
And
then
not natural, but fuck close.
13 points of damage. Slashing damage.
Fuck, he is looking rough.
And as soon as I'm holding my action, so as soon as he's done that and my siblings have moved away, I'll
Take 'em time.
Produce flame at her.
Take him time to move away. I don't think Cayenne's moving though.
So no matter where I move, this thing, I'm quiet.
Within 20 feet of
Yep.
every direction, yeah.
And I know that I can't cast spells.
Unless they don't have a verbal component.
You don't know that yet. You're just suddenly like... And then you probably get the idea, I want this spell for my brothers.
But you know what? Okay, so Mongo doesn't know that he cannot cast spells.
Not yet.
Okay, fuck. There goes that idea. Well,
Verbal spells.
Yeah,
Well,
but
he's
she's
never-
saying he hasn't figured it out
He's
yet.
never
Yeah.
dealt with silence before.
Ah, that's right.
yeah. Damn. Which means that was going to change. Okay. Hurry up. I can respond. Okay. Well, that'll be fun. It's not going to work.
Hurry up, bud.
Big B's hand.
Okay. You summon a big giant cat paw.
Yep. fucking punch her with this
It
shit.
doesn't require.
Verbal somatic material.
Yeah.
All
so
three.
you're not going to be able to cast it.
So you try to cast Bigby's hand.
Mm-hmm.
You look at it, you're like, ooh! And you try to cast it, and nothing happens. Do an intelligence check or an arcana check, and you might figure it out.
14.
14? You got an idea of what's going on, and you're going to have to run in a direction to get away from whatever this is.
Do I know if it's centered on me? Like, I move, it moves?
Do an intelligence.
9.
9?
Yeah.
You're like, fuck. The first thing that comes out is when you got put in a timeout in class.
Right, I'll fucking
So
change vantage points and... Yeah.
Okay. So, back to the top of the list here. She's going to cast something. Okay. So you see this fucking mushroom, whatever it is going to cast a spell centered on Mongo.
Oh, good, another one.
You just did a fuck ton of damage to it.
And it will also. It's a 150-foot range in an area. A 10-foot cubes. Let's see. Each creature must make a dex saving throw.
Good.
So it's going to be all of us, or
You two.
me too?
You two. She's casting it so that she can keep you guys.
Diana and I as well?
No.
Okay.
She's casting it as
Dexterity?
Yep.
16.
12.
Okay. I'm not going to. 12. Okay. You see her bring her hand up, and you see that familiar glow of the circle of flames. You might need a few more.
Oh, fuck.
Let's see. You'll do. When the GM needs more dice. And you'll do. As she casts a baby version of Firestorm. So for those that made the dexterity saving throw, what was yours?
16.
16? Okay,
12.
you're good. 12? Okay. Let's
I
see.
am roasted.
Oh. Let's see. She's playing for keeps, man.
Mm-hmm. It's only fair, so are we.
As you take 25 points of burning damage.
Yeah.
Damn.
You take half.
My question, though, for you, since my machine is built to deal with fire, shooting napalm, does that actually do that much?
It will do it to the machine. You're in your machine, and suddenly it starts getting really hot, and you can see the just literally things starting to melt, and you see the glass cracking around you as it starts taking this enormous amount of fire damage. And
Like 12, right? How much hit points is it?
let's see.
25, half would be 12 or 13?
12.
12, okay.
Yeah. Is
How
your
much hit
machine-
points does it have?
I got that over here.
Okay.
Yeah. And you just see this massive, just whirlwind of fire appear off behind you and just instantly hits Mongo, and he hits the ground. You just see charred pieces come off of him.
Oof.
And you can see his machine just get hit by a wave of heat and just start to melt instantly.
So when she cast that, how did the fire not get affected by the oil that she's covered in?
She cast it away from her.
Mm.
Yeah, and the entire area in that, the entire temple in that area is catching on fire and burning, and
Okay.
she just smiles.
How much damage does this machine take? Do I know I
Oh,
need
it's
to
getting
get out of
criti-
here? Is it being destroyed?
You see a little red line pop up that says critical. It's almost like a thermometer, and you see the temperature going up very quickly.
Well, at least the explosive part is no longer in there.
Yeah. So top of the round, you see this happen. You see Mongo go down instantly.
I see that she's also now covered in oil.
Yep.
I'm smashing that hand lantern against her.
Whack. Roll a dex.
Okay.
Diane?
I just want to stab
Natural
shit.
20.
Natural 20.
Cayenne's not stopping her swinging until there's no more movement. Even if the temple burns down.
So would you roll a roll 2d6 for me? Roll an attack. Hey, we found out what it's like to have fried
Ow.
kitty.
8.
Alright. I'll cast Absorb
20 to
Elements
hit.
on my Reach Magic on my turn.
You have that spell?
Yes, I do.
Mongo's like, I wish I had that spell right about now.
Yeah.
So that was 8.
That was 8.
Yeah, as a reaction. One reaction. Actually, it doesn't even have to be converted. It can be a reaction.
So this oil is running down her, and you know what it is, this like fluid. And you go to smash a hand lantern, and you stop for a moment, you see the situation, you're like, I'm short. And you shove it up in the exposed ribs into her chest cavity, and you hear the crunch of this as some of the glass cuts your little fingies. And the metal crumples, you push it up and you break it, you just see flames just bursting out through the various burnt away parts, and now her entire torso is on fire as it starts to spread up.
Inside.
Like a Christmas tree.
I am using my movement to back off now.
Yeah.
That
So-
was a modified 20 to hit with 9 damage.
Okay.
So with Absorb Elements, if my save cut it to 12, then Absorb Elements only reduces it to 6 points of damage to the Reach Magic.
Can you do a perception for me?
Okay. Like, I'm not even trying to be careful. It's just being
Oh, I didn't roll a check for that one.
Perception would be 21. Yeah.
21?
Mm-hmm.
You saw Mungo go down.
Okay. Shit.
I still got a couple of hit points left. Not fucking many.
Hey! You were the chosen one! You were supposed to bring balance!
I'm out of spells too now.
Yep. Now it was how much from you?
It was 9 points of damage.
Nice. Okay, she's looking really fucking rough. And how much was yours?
Of what now?
Your damage? 6?
I rolled 8.
8?
It was one natural 20, though, so I don't know
She should
how that's
be-
going to go.
Really on fire now.
Let's see. Oh, she's looking really bad.
She's also burning from the inside.
She's gonna be taking a lot of damage next turn. This ain't fair. Ain't fair. Burning damage for you, bud.
Oh, yay.
10.
Yeah, I'm down.
Mongo stands up briefly and falls over.
I'm going over to get him out of the fire.
Wobbling.
It only took 6 points of damage.
Oh, it's rough, man. We're back to the top. Scavered.
Let me know when I gotta start making saves.
Birds
Alright.
flop down to the ground. Well, they're just hanging there. They're not moving.
So I backed off a bit. I'm going to go ahead and... Let's see. Bow again.
Okay. Charging it or just firing?
I am actually just going to straight up fire it with another silvered arrow.
Okay. Roll. I'm sure you're just swiping.
I want this bitch dead. So Cayenne is no longer listening to words of reason. She's all kill.
You roll your attack.
Right.
Yeah.
She's on team kill right now.
You have an extra 20 hit points now.
16.
That's a twinned arrow.
That'd be really nice to have.
Nice.
All right, roll.
Huh? That would be nice to have. I could have totally
Let's
understand.
see.
14 points of damage.
God damn. Okay.
Alright, I gotta do maths.
It's easy. You just do the twinned arrow damage and then double it. Do you pull Mongo into your machine?
Would he fit inside the machine?
It would be very uncomfortable.
But he'll fit, and I'll still be able to use the machine.
He's going to basically be a giant oversized blanket on you.
I need a calculator.
Okay, yeah.
You'd be handling your machine at disadvantage because of how cumbersome he is.
Well, okay. Would it be easier to pull him into the machine or just pull him out of the fire?
Probably out of the fire. You just have to roll strength.
Yeah. Which I don't know what.
I will roll that because you do not.
Yeah, I don't know what the strength capabilities of the machine is.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It's a natural 20 for you to just wheel him out.
Yeah, I'm a little lighter than usual.
Just drags him out by his tail. It's like dragging the Thanksgiving turkey out.
That is
And
41
then I
points of
will-
damage.
41?
Pour a portion down his throat. The whole thing.
So, between Cayenne and you, it's pretty
How
awesome.
much fire damage is this bitch taking now?
Is that silence field still up? Because I did actually go to 0 HP.
I need to actually roll con on that, and she didn't save, so no, it's not up anymore.
Okay.
So, Cayenne, you go to swipe at this thing, and you bring your glaive around, and you pause for a moment. You see this silver arrow going past you, and you reach up, and you grab it out of the air. Just like a monk. You've never seen her do this, and she brings the arrow around using momentum and stabs this bitch right through the side of the head. And you just see the head just explode from casting Wither or Bloom inside of it, using the arrow as a conduit. And you see her just go lifeless and just start to crumple to ash before you as you deliver the coup de grace, because that was enough damage between both of you to kill it.
Nice.
And all the spells just poof, except for what's on fire, of course.
What's on fire is on fire.
Immediately stowing the bow, running over to Mongo.
I'm gonna be trampling on these ashes.
It's not hard. It's just
I'm already
crumbling
pouring.
apart into. It's like a tree that was hit by lightning. There's not a lot left standing there.
I'm already pouring a portion down his throat.
Did her weapons crumble
It's
as well?
one regular potion of
do an
healing and
investigation.
one greater potion of healing. Each of us have one of each. I already used mine.
Yeah, I'm too angry to really notice at a 7.
You're basically doing that like angry horse at the horse show dance,
Well,
or
if,
what's it called, a rodeo.
Yeah.
if Nikolai's tending to Mongo, then I'm running over to red and blue and lay on hands.
Oh, they're still hanging from the ceiling.
Oh, the vines didn't go away?
They don't go away, bud.
Oh, I thought all the spells went away. Okay. I guess
The
it's not
fire
a
was
spell, then.
dissipated, and the other stuff was dissipated.
We gotta get them down. I'm gonna start hacking away at the vines.
He's just jumping. Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna need help getting up there. Ace grabs you and takes you up there to help. So, with that, with combat ended, and you guys need a breather, are you gathering anything from the body once you cool down, or are you just gonna just make sure there's nothing left?
I'll gather something I deem important if I see anything, but otherwise not really.
That
Alright.
sickle might be useful.
She's sort of looking, eyeballing that, but she's so angry right now. Nobody wants to get anywhere near the body to do an
I
investigation.
used my potion of healing on Mongo.
Whew! Fucking Mongo got the MVP there. We're gonna go ahead and take
2d4
our
plus 2 hit points.
30-minute break, get some food in us, and then we'll get right back to this and see how this post-mortem goes.
Why are you looking directly at me when you say that?
You went down to dead.
Yeah.
How many points was that?
2d4 plus 4.
We currently have 3 people down.
You roll it.
We have Mongo down and Red and
Okay.
Blue are both down.
I'll roll it, sure.
You come out of your rage and you're stamping and stomping. Mongo, you wake up. You're hurting everywhere.
Everything burns and everything hurts.
Your fur is just flaking off where it wasn't covered by your armor.
Oh.
All your whiskers are gone.
Oh, fuck. I didn't need to pull them out this time. They just burnt off.
Mongo got roasted.
You just smelled like nothing but burnt hair. It's like that one time you touched the candle and your fur burnt off, but it's your entire, nothing that was covered by anything.
He looks
I
like a
check on
sphinx
Noodle.
now, huh?
Except for the parts that have armor on, where he still has fur.
You okay there, brother?
He's got a reverse poodle cut.
That's great.
Wait, so it's a dignity cut.
The indignity of this. Yeah, first thing, start coming to check Noodle.
Noodle's not to be found.
Where the fuck is he?
I don't know. Do an investigation. Figure it out.
Like, walk the area to see if her weapons are gone. They're still there.
One of them is still there. The other one has just disintegrated. One sec. I'm sending you something, dear.
Uh-oh.
Yep. So you're walking around, you do see one of the scythes is still standing. And, yeah.
I will very cautiously go over to where it is to try to pull it from the ground.
You reach down and you, I need you to make a Constitution saving. Pretty please with the carrot on top.
It's a 13.
Okay, you reach down and you grab it. And it's almost like whispers you hear. As you put your fingers on it, you instantly retract your fingers as the necrotic damage just hits you instantly as you take, 10 points of necrotic damage.
You said 10?
Yeah, that'll just come off the 10 hit points.
Yeah, your camera's frozen.
Dude, I know. You don't have to throw things out. Yeah. So, yeah.
So, not much else I would do aside from,
Go, what the fuck?
like, probably kick it with a hoof and kick it out of the area so no one else can touch it.
Roll a strength.
That was barely anything. That's a 7.
7. You kick it and it slightly bends over. You just at an awkward angle. So, you, what was your roll?
16.
16? Noodle's okay. They're up there helping Scav.
How's Humphrey?
Humphrey's spotless.
It's like, wait a minute.
Humphrey's like, oh, wow, that was refreshing. Shake a little bit of dust out, and it's like house cleaning.
Ow. So I assume you're okay, and anything that you're hanging on to is still there.
Perfect.
Good. Ow. Thank you, Nikolai.
You alright, brother?
Oh, that fucking burned.
Yeah, I imagine so. You shouldn't get that intimate with fire there, buddy.
No kidding. Where the fuck is this bitch?
I think she's dead.
Good, I'm gonna piss on a fucking ashes.
You go over, you see all the cracks in the ground and the pile of ashes, essentially.
Yep.
And you see him just roll a...
Like a fucking leg.
Yeah, roll a con disadvantage there, bud. Watch this the one time he rolls high.
12 and a 14, so con plus 2, so yeah, 14.
14? You're trying, but only a drop comes out.
It's metaphorical anyway.
And you're just circling the
the rest
area looking
burnt
for
up.
anything?
Yep. Until all of us are ready to go, I'm kind of not doing much.
Everybody's kind of regrouping and checking their injuries. Do an investigation for me.
Call down to the group. Hey,
7.
7.
kinda need help with this. The birds are stuck.
As you start looking in the direction, you look back at where Scabbard is, and you see the birds are still stuck.
I'm doing the best I can to cut them free.
Yeah, strength.
Go over and use hooves to stomp on the vines.
They're in the ceiling.
Yeah, if I Are they impaled into the ceiling, or is it
It's
just?
basically they came down from the ceiling and wrapped them and pulled them up into the ceiling.
Mm.
Are they basically encased in the
Flat
vines,
10.
or are they just kind of?
Wrapped up a little bit.
Oh,
They're not cocooned, they're just suspended there and they were just juiced.
ew.
You can reach up easily with your glaive and cut at the vines. It gives you plenty of height.
Mold Earth, 30-foot range.
It's a
I'll
10
try to get some of the gravel out of the way to
Yeah, they'll
Climb up there with Reach Magica and see.
ceiling eventually. Let's see what happens to the ceiling. I'm pretty sure, yep, that tracks. The ceiling just collapses down and the birds are just laying there in those massive vines and rubble.
Oh fuck.
Lay on hands upon both of them.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna glare in the general direction of whoever broke the ceiling, and contemplate whether they should continue living or they should die right here on the spot.
You see,
How broke the ceiling?
I just moved some of the earth away just to help make it easier to get the vines out.
and Scav just lays hands on both their beaks and burns all your lay on hands, huh?
I think I have like one left. I have one left.
How much is that?
That's a total of 4 points that I've used. They only regain, let's see, 1 hit point each.
I sent Noodle over to help.
Well, let's see what Noodle does.
But any potential things that may have been infecting them are gone.
Oh, the birds are in rough shape, man. Let's see. Da. Okay. That's about all he can actually do. Let's see. What's the instantaneous healing? Math. Even a GM's worst enemy. Ah! Where did I go? Cool. That was max anyway. Let's see. Oh, 38.
You have a message.
I do?
Not you. I'm sending you a message.
Noodle puts their hands down on the ground, and you see him doing some sort of symbolism. And Noodle looks back at Humphrey and just kind of nods a bit and casts this spell. Immediately flops over because they're exhausted. They cast Mass Cure Wounds for 20 points of damage.
Damage?
Well, healing 20 points of damage. So everybody regains 20 hit points.
Okay.
The birds look great now.
I'm going over to Noodle.
Noodle's snoring.
Yep.
It's like a little like klaxon light of like orange just going around.
I'm keeping the birds literally like not even a feather distance away from me.
Yeah, the birds are looking at each other like trying to blame each other whose fault it was to just go up and attack like that. So, with that, you regain, gather, check injuries. You look at your hand and it's just no further, just kind of ashing off. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I take it the wild magic is still about.
Yep.
Can you do one of the, I need to cast a couple of things real quick, and I'd prefer not to cause chaos.
I will begrudgingly make a circle so we can move on.
Fox.
When we do this, I'll set up another little thing for us to take a short rest. If possible.
Roll nature. Begrudgingly. Anger. Nature spell.
14.
14? Okay.
Survival.
She sets up a makeshift. It's a very janky looking box. It comes like this, comes down. It's got like a weird like angle to it. Just like if it went through a UPS.
I fit?
Yeah.
I sit.
He sits in your box. Wow.
I'm casting
Fixin' sits in your-
Prestidigitate to get rid of the funky smell.
Okay. Yeah. You get rid of the funky smell.
Survival or nature to set up a small camp for us?
Survival.
Modified
You're like
20.
Modified 20? Yep. The entire place is just burning down around you, and Cayenne's like, I don't have any fucking marshmallows.
Yeah, so the place is still on fire, and we're just still standing in.
Yeah, you
said
guys all
room?
start to realize that the entire area is on fire from that spell that she had cast. All the mycelium and everything is just burning away.
Because it's not like the spores are flammable or anything as discovered earlier.
What it catches you off guard because you think it's one of the little things that you're cooking, and you hear a pop as one of the spores off in the distance pops like a firecracker.
Oh. Well, at least it'll keep things away.
Right, so put the fire out. Got it.
Or just
See if there's
move
anything.
out of the room
get out of the
entirely to
area.
go elsewhere to a safer
As
area
you
to
finish
make
making up this
camp.
little camp, everybody starts walking off.
Gather up everything. Follow behind.
Just-
Points to the literal fire on
Yeah,
the
it's
entirety of the building.
It's along the ceiling, along
I
the
thought
walls. It's slowly spreading along vines.
I honestly thought the spell went away after she
The
died.
spell may have went
Yes,
away,
but
but
the-
the fire is still there.
That's
I'm
fair.
picturing. So I'm just picturing Scav as the meme, sitting there at a table cooking. This is fine.
This is fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's burning down around.
I think Cayenne is like, as soon as the people were moving out and Scab was like right there, be like, either come with us or burn. And then I would be pointing to the ceiling.
Yeah, I'll be right behind you.
It's working its way up through the various ventilation shafts that are covered in
Should we
mushroom.
put that out or just let it?
We're moving to a safer area. We're
Let
not
it burn.
staying in this room because there's all sorts of fungus that is highly flammable. So unless you want to stay in a place that is a ticking time bomb.
I follow.
So you eventually get to a door, and if you want, do a nature.
Because if there's one thing that Cayenne doesn't fuck with, it's anything fire related.
No, I remember.
At a certain house that was almost caught on complete fire and almost burned down on top of a certain centaur named Cayenne because of a
Wow.
certain rat.
Over exaggeration
Oh!
there a little bit.
That's a deep reach.
That was a 15 on nature.
15. As you're yelling at your siblings, you pause for a moment, and you see her just completely cut off instantly as you're looking at this door that's before you, and your heart kind of sinks a bit as you're taking in the details of this door. The entire frame of the door is decorated with various skulls, and the door itself is not made from like actual wood or mycelium. It's made from broken archdruid staffs.
Damn.
What? Oh, douche.
As I was working on the cameras there, I would have done mending on my machine
Yep.
to fix it up.
Yep, I already know.
Okay.
That probably would have helped.
How are you responding to the situation?
Not happy.
Is this the room you want to go into by yourself, Cayenne?
It's the room I have to go into by myself. It's not a y'all are going with me because I need backup. It's as in y'all aren't going at all.
I want you to do a perception for me.
Because I know it was mentioned that I can only go into the chamber room myself. They can only go up to the door.
Yep. Just do that perception for me.
It's a 12.
12. As you're telling them this, you hear a voice that speaks to you. If this god didn't give you the dignity that you deserve, do you deserve to give him the dignity?
We'll start pulling out snake chain. Well, take snake chain. Ace. Go with ace. If you give me a couple minutes, I can give you a couple bags of holding. I know a trick with those.
Or, no, I points to the mushroom that I have that is capable of basically being a nuclear bomb.
You see the mushroom looking
I'm
over
just
at you.
trying to give
and
you
motions.
tools so you can be successful. Do you not want help? Fine,
a
I'll just
druid.
put everything away and just.
I'm a druid, and
sit
I
back.
don't mess with
While they
man-made
argue,
objects. I am
hand
nature
fuse
related.
Okay.
the
Hey,
kaboom.
Mongo, do a wisdom for me.
Yeah, well, they argue.
Certainly try.
I hand fuse the amplified kaboom.
7.
You hear, this is sleeping. I want to cleanse. Also, Sky says enlarges. And you see Fuse there, and you can, and the idea probably starts turning that you can enlarge Fuse. And they're holding the boom.
Yeah. He now has the amplified kaboom.
Okay, I know there's a lot of things that you won't mess with. Right now, Noodle's napping. So if we take his little vest that goes and let the wild-tempered one there.
Oh no, you can just cast the spell this one time.
Huh?
Don't ask the way gods work, but
One time?
until you actually get the spell,
He's on the right track. Use the vest and then do enlarge.
they
Make
won't
it even
stack.
bigger.
Oh,
It is designed; it will not stack.
oh, okay. Well, I'm assuming the spectral book is starting to float away.
It's starting to just crumble into runes,
Um,
and you only see that spell left.
I can make him bigger with a spell real quick.
You can try if you want to.
Look right at him. Can I make you bigger?
You hear boom.
That sounds like a yes, so yeah.
Fuse, would you like to be a big boom?
If you just this big giant ear to
Oh, that is definitely
okay. And you see Fuse just basically, like, it's like watching the mushroom, foomp, up to medium size.
So, this thing has a 200-foot explosive radius. It is now amplified. I do not know how big this radius is going to be.
You see
size
Fuse
category
walk
up?
back down the hall,
Double.
and it's kind of like a,
Oh, yeah, and
picks up one of the pieces of Iceland, puts it into the fire and starts walking back, picks up the boom under one arm.
No.
This is a mushroom on a mission.
We,
I fucking love this guy.
we should run.
I legitimately told him when we get here, his job is to destroy.
So,
Yeah, but can he explode and stay, and survive? And
He's done it before.
He's gonna fucking find out.
He's done it before. He can shoot shrapnel. If he eats metal and has gunpowder, he can shoot shrapnel and still be alive.
Fuse looks over at you, at the group, and says,
Ace, you gotta give him all your metal.
Fuse goes like that, you know what he wants. All the sticks of dynamite.
Oh, all of them.
We can't. We shouldn't
We
be able
still
to
gotta
find
put some around in order to collapse areas of the temple.
I don't think it'll be necessary.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
How do we get you back, Fuse?
Have you ever done the Fallout quest where you blow up Megaton?
Yeah. Okay. I see where you're going with this.
You
Alright,
know what I'm
Fuse.
talking about.
Very well.
So what? Should we just let him go in and just get the fuck out of here?
Do it and do a nature
What's
for
the
me.
plan here, or is there still no plan?
This is druid things.
I think the plan
That's
is
a
to make shit go
22.
boom.
22?
We need more than that.
Cayenne,
Yeah, do you want to be here where the boom is?
speaking of the words that you got
When the boom is?
about, respect essentially, you can all enter the chamber. You know there's a secondary exit in there that will be straight shot up that you guys could take essentially to get out of the temple. So you guys would all enter, and you guys would all basically take that straight shot exit out and leave Fuse behind and hope for the best that you survive. You give him all the dynamite?
How many sticks of dynamite do I have left?
Oh my god. We're not even going to do the math on this.
Yes.
Inventory.
I'm keeping the bomb arrows though because I need those.
Bag of holding.
But all the dynamite that I have, yes. Nikolai has the rest.
I would have relayed what you just said.
Okay. That's easy enough. You don't have to actually spill it all. So yeah, she relays that information to you guys.
I think I have it in my notes because I haven't made it.
It's basically a high priestess entrance
should
and
have,
exit
like,
that only they would know about. And based off of what you've seen so far, this place doesn't deserve to stand.
I mean, I do have a nail bomb as well, but I think I should hold on to that.
So you guys,
I'm checking how many stick of dynamite I have. I don't think I add them to the inventory. I just have them in my notes.
yep. Fuse is now.
Do we want to leave a quick message?
Why would we want to leave a message?
I don't know, just something like, go fuck yourself, fuck you.
I think destroying this temple is a big enough fuck you message, to be honest.
Alright, I'm going to use the glitter wand to try to make a paw giving the middle finger on one of the walls.
Okay, performance.
You can desecrate how you would like to, but
Nikolai?
Dice teach me
what?
the worst lessons.
Is that
I
what?
try to do my actual job, I fail. I try to do something stupid. 23.
It's a beautiful middle finger. In fact, you actually do a bunch of them in the shape of the other people.
And then I press to digitate all
Like,
of
I
them.
know I put this stuff in my inventory, but I
I'm
don't know
making
where
this
it's
shit
at.
We
fucking
had
stick
12.
for as long as I
I
can.
gave you the rest of them. I used 4 for the kaboom.
So yeah, I have 8. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
So-
I have 8. I'll give Fuse 4.
Okay.
So there are 4 sticks of dynamite that are attached
So-
to the kaboom.
So you said there's a way out, and we're all going in now.
Yep.
Do you know the way out?
She would.
I would be the only one, and I'm not going to reveal that because we've got listeners. In case you don't remember the lovely conversation that we all had earlier with a certain piece of shit fungus. In other words, no use big brainy, no talky, just destroy.
Yeah, but you need to know what you're doing. Like, what if I destroy the wrong thing? How am I supposed to know this?
We're destroying a temple. Nothing is the wrong thing. It's called
What if
desecrating.
it happens? The exit happens to be the wall that I'm destroying, and now we have a big pile of rubble.
He has a very good point there.
That's was an exit is
You
now
would know
a
which
rubble
wall
wall.
to go to.
She'll tell you
would
which wall
know
not to
the
aim
exact place we need to go to, and I can easily point without being verbal about it instead of being complicated like you want to be.
Okay, whatever.
So shush, let's go.
Okay, fine. I'll figure something out completely on the fly. Whatever. Makes no sense, but okay.
I could literally be like, no touch. Like, literally point, no touch. That should be simple enough for you to understand.
So, you kick down the door? Or do you push open the door? You sound like your father.
I would push
Exactly.
open the door, ignoring Nikolai completely.
You go and you push open this door, and just cold air comes past you. And it's almost like it's like walking into.
How much heroism is left? How much heroism is left?
It's probably wearing off at this point.
Okay.
You head into this room, and you follow in behind Cayenne, staying really close to her.
Getting a little tucked away.
And there's light coming down from the center, and it's just coming down in like a straight beam towards like this one central prayer area. And it's like this square space that has a bridge going to it, and there's two stairways that spiral off. But it's almost like walking through a constellation, and you see like all these like fragments of light floating in the air. And it's the coldness. It's almost like the coldness of space, just Not enough to freeze you, but it just kind of hugs at you, smothering you a bit. And you look over the edge of the stone bridge, heading to the center, and it just endless abyss.
Probably a good idea not to fall down there.
And there's just dozens of mushrooms lining the wall of all different types.
Alright.
Mongo, you hear Mongo get addressed by this deity. Your deity is weak. He stole from me something sacred. I will see him bend the knee.
Just out of curiosity, what exactly did he take from you?
He stole the gift of my children.
Does everybody else hear this? Why can't they ever fucking answer directly?
Gods are assholes, I think.
You hear a
And I'm
spring.
just standing there waiting for another smiting.
You hear one of your springs break in your machine.
Damn it! Fuck, what was that?
The other arm is now dragging lifelessly.
Shit!
Girl, good, and he take it.
I don't know this!
I believe that a restrained Nikolai in a temple where he's force-fed religious information is in order. Where he's stuck there for a 48-hour period.
Like,
Font will love that.
Yeah.
oh my god, Sunday school with Fott. Where they serve Limburger cheese with pastrami.
I'm gonna have to ask you. Calm the fuck down.
And fermented onion bread.
You need
I
to think
said
about
calm.
taking 20% off
Damn
that.
And clemonnaise.
No.
Stuff is
I'm gonna
actually
fucking
like
eat here.
that stuff is actually okay on certain things.
It's
Hey.
actually good.
Scabbard, I got one to make you gag. Strominaise.
No. That just sounds wrong in all ways.
So, you look so green.
Because it's hard to breathe out my nose.
Do you need tissue paper?
I've already blown my nose once.
So, you're in this area. You know the way out. Do you want me to just move ahead while you guys blow up the place? Or are you guys making preparations?
I would keep the birds to where they're closer to them so they can kind of like guide them where I'm trying to hand signal without being verbal which way was the way out.
Yeah, you know, one of the spirals is a false exit that will basically lead to death. The other one is the true exit. So you guide them to the one on the left, which is the true exit.
Okay. So, is it obvious, or...
The stairways look exactly the same. You don't know how she's telling which one is which.
But it's obvious she's telling us which
Yeah.
one is which. Okay. Alright. Fuck. I need to see if I can fix that arm now. Because I don't know, I guess I could just run around, pop out. Yeah, okay. I'll take a look and see if I can fix it real quick.
Tinkering.
Of course, we're trying to blow up a temple. He's trying to fix this fucking gizmo.
What are you doing, Scav?
Taking out that bomb,
12.
dropping it
Wait.
straight down the center.
I thought that fuse
The nail
had
bomb.
it.
The nail bomb.
Oh, okay.
You put it in the center. As you get closer to the center, you can feel there's an aura there as you get closer to this light. It's the divine or undivine light of this deity. Are you going to push closer? As close as you can get? Yes or no? I need an answer right now.
Fucking thing of that.
I'll do so, but I'm gonna use my shield to reflect that light away.
Okay. So you see Scav moving closer to this light. He brings the shield up, trying to move the light away. and he's taking steps forward. And your steps feel heavy, and you just see the shield starting to just disintegrate from this light touching it.
Okay.
And it's starting to get to your arm, and you can feel it just, the necrotic damage starting to hit your arm and right through the actual armor.
Backing off then. There's not much I can do then.
And there's just this black smoke pouring off the shield and his arm.
I'll back off and I'll throw the bomb over there then.
Okay.
Directly into the hole.
It rolls off the side, and you hear it tink,
Okay.
tink, falling, plummeting into some sort of unknown abyss.
I'll let them deal with that.
Was I able to do a quick fix?
You look at it, and you're like, you don't know how, but somehow the main connector spring snapped clean in half. And your one thought in your head is that only a god could have done this specific damage.
I need to figure out who the fuck did this. I have a word with them. So, not fixable? Alright.
It's like breaking a lynch spring for something. Yeah.
Get out, reduce it with the shrinky dink, put it in my bag of holding, and
Ace picks you up.
Ace picks me up. Alright.
Sets you on his head.
Yep. And then let's go put bombs everywhere, buddy.
Okay. You proceed to put bombs everywhere.
I only have 4 sticks of dynamite, so I'm going to spend some time to look at the best way to utilize those 4 sticks of dynamite.
Okay. Do a tinkering and intelligence for me. Also, I know you don't have the stuff in your inventory, but I got ideas.
Okay.
Because scabbard.
Natural 20 on the tinker.
Cool.
And a 19 on the intelligence.
So, you see Nikolai starting to put bombs together very, very quickly. And it instantly just terrifies you because you recognize, like, a bunch of stuff that he has is basically stuff that he just picked up from you that you picked up as just random scrap. One is like a little toy box that, winds up. Another one is a music box that winds up. One is like a little toy that, collects like little metal pieces together, kind of like the monkey thing.
No, monkey bomb.
Oh, God. Suddenly I'm, what's her name from?
And then he sets up another one that's basically a wooden doll with a pull string that says something.
God, you really are taking this toy maker thing. Holy fuck, dude.
And Kaya is just sitting there stamping her hooves and waiting for people to hurry up.
Yeah. So she can instruct Fuse to go to the middle and give him the code word so they can get the fuck out.
You ever hear a boom come off of that nail bomb? Or is it just gone?
You don't hear anything back.
I know when we're going to hear something. You're going to roll a fucking one of these goddamn days.
That's all you're doing is setting up this bomb.
Yeah, setting up those bombs.
So,
putting in the best places to
Yeah.
produce the
What'd
most
you
amount of
do?
damage.
My bracelet.
can't take you anywhere.
Should live in a bubble. That's my dad said.
So, you bid hopefully temporary farewell to Fuse and work your way up and out of this place, taking the path that Cayenne is leading the way. And it is a long trek, and at one point the entire place just rumbles. And you're like, what the fuck was that? And you guys haul ass the rest of the way, basically, using Cayenne as the Pony Express as you have to.
There's room to fly. Me and Ace can just slide the fuck in there.
I'll hop on the spare if there's not enough room.
Yep.
Or one of the birds could have carried you too.
Birds go full of chocobo.
I don't like that.
One comes up, fuck, picks you up. Zoom! The wind's blowing past your face. You have no fur to stop the wind.
All you hear as people are carried is.
They fire off an egg and
I'm
go
trying
faster.
to remember the chocobo running sound. It's like a weird whistle.
Now you got the song stuck in your head.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why you gotta do that?
Like I said,
So, you exit this area and you watch as the entire ground just kind of curves up into a small sphere. Just immediately starts caving down into a huge indent as trees bend in, as dirt just gives away, and a small stream just kind of starts going into this as it all just collapses down.
nice.
And you can just see it just forming this long chasm. As the entire temple just collapses in on itself.
Damn.
And you stand there as the entire place just goes. Better keep Nikolai away from Barovia. Yeah, all the evil toys there.
Let's go.
Oddly fitting music for the situation.
Yeah, oddly. And you look at just as this large like dust cloud happens, and you see the work you've done, and the exhaustion hits each of you as that presence of the mushroom deity seems to leave your presence. And you have that like piece of like no one is tugging you in another direction.
Awesome.
And you gather yourselves after a few, you kick a rock into the hole. You check for Fuse. No sign of him. And you eventually just spend the afternoon looking for Fuse with no sign, and finally just move on. Heading back in the direction of town, eventually coming back to the witch's hut.
Aw.
I would have definitely most definitely offered ashes from that fucking bitch to the hag.
Yeah. The bowl is there. She just put some ashes in there.
Mm-hmm. Because I would have saved some before completely destroying the rest.
Did I use all 4 sticks of my dynamite?
High or low?
High.
In the effort to find Fuse, I would have tried
you have
to
one.
get another
Okay.
protection box and cast Locate Object.
Nothing.
I would have at least left like a sign behind for him to let him know where we would be if he's still around.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna not getting my hopes up at
Unlit.
all.
4 Fuse. For my homie. Throw the last stick of dynamite down there.
Oh my god, that's so poetic.
Vial of gunpowder that I have for Fuse.
I'll make the most explosive drink I can for everybody. Well, for 1, 2, and 3, you just get like regular juice.
At least
So-
make me a cranberry drink, please.
There you go.
So,
It's a spicy cranberry
you
drink.
leave the ashes. What do you leave at the door?
Check Noodle. Pet. Try to get some loose fur.
Oh, it's easy. He's shedding.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not like you have fur anymore.
Yeah.
No, you still do. Basically, any part that was covered with armor still has fur.
Yeah, a little bit, but I'm more concerned about Noodle right now.
Noodle is out, and when the bird stops you for a moment before you go any further and motions to Noodle, that essentially Noodle needs to leave an offering.
Oh. Just going to the bag and grab a rock.
You reach in, and you're feeling around for a rock, and you grab something that's squishy, and you pull out an eyeball that's with the slitted pupil, and it adjusts to the light, like it's still like attached to a body.
Yep.
That's fascinating, actually.
And it's still moist.
Where the fuck did he get an eyeball?
That's
I don't know.
fascinating.
I mean, that seems on brand for like Cayenne or Osling or
It seems like some type
Scab
of
or-
legendary item or advanced item.
but eyeball.
That's still functioning?
I don't know. I don't know.
And you just see a dagger in there that's from Humphrey. And the dagger itself, while it's not significant in nature, it's just pretty interesting looking. If you want, do a nature for me. What do you leave?
I'm sure there's a fucking story there.
Oh, that was a 7.
A 7?
Yeah.
You're fascinated by it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful dagger. It's the blade is made of crystallized blood.
That's cool.
My last noise popper. One of the things that helped us in this endeavor.
Where did he get it? Why is
What do you
that
leave,
significant?
Nikolai?
I'm just trying to think about
You
it.
used to be a beholder. You
seriously
wanna-
trying to think
I
about
wouldn't question anything.
That's why I'm not, but it's just, I'm sorry, that raises a couple of fucking questions to
Maybe
me.
let's ask him later.
Well,
After
maybe.
after
I don't-
all,
Ace coughs up a blob of goo and drops it in there, and it just turns molten slag.
Huh. You do that now, Ace?
It's just like a loogie.
So he just walks up and
Yeah.
snot rockets in the bowl.
Why are you protesting so much, bro?
There was agreement there.
I'm just, I don't like yuck.
He scratched his shoulders, therefore, ow.
Yeah. Things are still tender.
Sure, maybe this lady can use it.
Each of the birds leaves a feather.
Give me a second, I need
They
to check
ain't got
something.
a fucking feather. They don't try to kill anybody. I do it by accident.
At least it wasn't one bird on each shoulder and just chicken boning you.
There's a reason I don't fucking trust feathered things.
Suddenly, Erica shows up. Oh, hi there!
No. No.
Kinky joins the party for a little bit.
No.
Sure. Maybe this is a way to make a cool magical item.
Okay.
I still have my old studded leather armor. So I will use my magical tinkering
Okay.
to put a static visual effect on this leather armor that will camouflage at whatever surface it goes up against. Does that work?
Okay.
And I put it in the thing. Maybe
And-
Nikolai just created a cool magical item.
You guys head inside, weary from your travels, a bit upset about your losses. You feel like a burden's probably been lifted off of you.
Oh yeah.
And, yeah, you guys can reflect on that as you see food is preparing itself.
Yeah,
Again.
no, still weird.
You know, you guys don't have to sacrifice yourselves for us there.
A carrot looks over. Okay, boss. And just immediately starts getting peeled.
I guess he doesn't care.
Doesn't carrot.
Okay.
Delete.
Is that what happens when you cast animate object on edible food? It just starts making itself?
Who knows?
You? Kind of why I asked. So I want to know if I can do that to mess with my brothers.
Hag magic.
So what are you guys doing? You fulfilled the contract. You fulfilled multiple things.
Except we can't really do the gold bowl thing because they're actually not profitable.
No, we kind of did it.
You have one set of fangs.
One set of fangs.
We came back with a lot of information.
Yeah.
Which is the essence of what they wanted.
Yeah.
Got something. Actually, we do have something a little bit better than the fangs, and that's
Actual information.
exactly who is doing this.
Yep.
And a hand.
And actually,
I kept the hand.
I would be able to know exactly where they are. I would actually have an access way of being able to know exactly where they are at all times.
Ow.
I have the compass. Show the path.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a magical compass that shows me exactly where I want to go.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, you're gonna Jack Sparrow the shit.
He's not
Strap
drunk
his
enough.
asshole down.
Your birds get curled up by the fireplace.
So what will we do here now? Okay.
I'd be petting them. They got almost impaled. And I'm still angry that the mushroom deity was a piece of shit.
Well, I'm pretty sure we'll meet him again.
Hopefully not anytime soon.
Mongo just looks like a... You catch a reflection of yourself in one of the pots, and you see that you're reverse poodled.
You're a poodle minus the ear cuts and tail.
Feel undignified,
Yes.
a bit nude,
Yep.
slandered even.
Yep. Not feeling my best.
Would prestidigitation take care of that enough for you? They make it look like he has fur.
So,
For
I'm
a
gonna...
bit.
You're gonna say something?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So you guys talk amongst yourselves a little bit about the fulfilling of the contracts and things like that, and you eventually all just kind of take your sleep. Even you, Nikolai, you're exhausted about the work you have to do on your machine and the various things that have happened.
Yeah.
And each of you fall into a slumber, and can make a religion check at advantage.
At advantage.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that 22.
Nice. Cayenne, you find yourself in back in your lady's prayer area with the priestesses. And it's the high priestess that you saw before, that really beautiful, almost like demon-like tiefling. And she's crouched down, and you see this glowing, pure white cat in front of her. She's just kind of scratching it a little bit. And she pauses, and the cat kind of pauses a little bit, and the cat looks over in your direction. And she brings her hand up, and you can see like these beautiful, like almost transparent claws as she motions like this.
I will not hesitate and make my way over.
And she stands up and she's holding the cat in her arms, and it's a really odd image. It's like this pure, like this glowing, like light of a cat next to this like really dark, gothic, demoness type of creature.
Is she kind of shiny or very matted?
She's
In her-
very
in her
matted
black?
next to it.
Oh, okay. That's pretty
Yeah, it's like all of her garb is white and silvers,
cool. Uh-huh.
but she's almost like a black.
Cool.
And she walks over to you, and she just kind of reaches out and she puts a hand on your forehead. And she just kind of tilts and looks past her hand at you, and she's like as if she's looking at you, and that cloth is still over her face and you can't see it. She's like, "You did well."
Thank you.
And the cat just kind of looks in your direction and offers a paw.
Does the sweetie or
I will offer a hand to the cat.
A hand.
That's me.
And as you take the hand, you wake up, and you have a new druid book. A second one. And do you open it?
I'll look at the outside and then open it after just a couple of seconds.
You look at it. It's has nothing on the outside to differentiate it. And you open it up, and it's in a very primordial language, but you can understand it. And it simply says, "Thank you. I offer you this gift from the sky. As long as you carry this book, you can craft my children. Just search the pages for the knowledge within."
Oh shit.
When I hear children, I'm both, excuse me, what? And terrified, like, oh god.
You can now craft, cultivate, essentially, mushrooms, much like Blip Blop.
That is
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was.
Recipes and instructions from Skycat.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You have the book. You have. That's cool.
They literally come with an instruction manual now.
No
Like
guessing,
every
you can
parent
just do
wishes
it.
they could with their kid.
I'll do that because of finger.
So yeah, you now have that with various like ways to get certain ones and things like that. And yeah, it'll take a lot of work though.
Be worth it. Would definitely take some time going through the book.
Mongo, for you, religion.
Oh, that's not a high number for me.
Have some faith there, bud.
I would have been working on that little house as I fall asleep.
Take that 16.
16. Mongo,
Is
you.
that your way of saying you want me to go cleric or some shit?
I mean, maybe it wants you to follow in Noodle's footsteps.
You fall asleep while you're curled up next to the fire because you're a little more naked than usual.
Oh, but
And you find yourself almost like in a desert type of place with an oasis. And you see this very strange character, and they walk up to you and they hand you a broom. Zeeping. You should be zeeping. Zeep the temple. Everybody on this side is just like losing their shit. Actually, you know who that character is too.
Oh, that's another story for the Discord.
I miss sleeping.
And they offer you the broom to help sweep the temple.
Yeah, might as well.
Let's see, guys, got. Notice you're sweeping. The sweeping of the other deity. Sweeping out of the temple.
Yeah, the deity of douche, or the douchety, said that Skycat took something from him. Of course, they couldn't give a fucking straight answer, but is it wrong that I'm kind of proud of Skycat for doing that?
Sweeping. Sky got the sky sweeping.
just help him clean the temple.
Little paw at a time.
And as you're standing there, oh god, I just want to say it like you now. I can't not. That character, once you get in that character, you can't leave.
No, there's some accents that are very hard to not do once you do them.
And you look outside and you look up at the sky, and there's all these beautiful windows here. There's no murals or anything like that. But you do see the clouds, and they almost seem like a cat just laying on like a blanket, just staring down at you briefly. And it just goes by, and you wake up in the middle of the night, you look over, and you see Cayenne. All your fur is back. Fluffier than usual.
Fluffier than usual.
Extra fluffy.
You're full on Persian right now.
Fluff Persian.
A little bit old school grooming.
And yeah, you had your first religious experience. Nikolai,
Yes.
you have the first best sleep you've had in a very long time.
Nice. They get anywhere with the house.
High or low?
Hi.
You know what? That question's like really fucking on. That's
You wake up and you look at the house hoping you got somewhere with it. All there is just a puddle of drool. And you can see like this like drool strand going from his mouth to where he fell asleep.
Some things never change.
Father, why? Why did you make this so hard?
Little blood vessel pops. As
Like, I want to know what this thing does.
Scavard, religion.
Turns out your father's just a dick. It's just an insolvable Rubik's Cube. There's actually nothing inside.
He gets it. He does it. He gets it open. He sees the note there, opens up, and says, "Sorry for your loss," and then it pops open again. Of time.
That would be fucking insane. Just disappears with of time.
Of time.
Like, oh, I'm tracking this asshole down.
21.
Finally get it
21?
open. You open the door, go in. It's like, yeah, you didn't solve it fast enough, try again. Everything resets. Completely different locks.
The locks reset in a random.
Can you not give her any ideas, please?
Oh, he doesn't have any ideas. I'm
No.
already diabolical enough.
Yeah. She seems diabolical. I'm just a dick.
Scav, you find yourself once again in that large, beautiful room with all the golden things. And that large, powerful dragon once again looking at you.
Go ahead and kneel before the dragon.
It just looks over at you.
Hello again.
Hello?
Did I die?
I can arrange that.
I'd rather not.
Good.
Okay.
You are in 9 kinds of hell right now.
Make it 1,000.
Oof.
Allergies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's dealing with them really bad. And the dragon simply looks at you and it's like, you did well. What is your path forward? Where do you see yourself?
I really don't know. I honestly don't know.
And as you say that, you wake up and you're looking at the ceiling because you're sprawled out on your back.
Starfished.
Sometimes that's the best way to sleep.
And as you are all like coming out of your sleep in the middle of the night,
Shit, there's a sword.
just jump scare.
No bit.
You turn and the large deity type figure is there, and she's like, "You kept your part of your end of the deal."
Well, what?
And you see that?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Oh, not the hag?
the lady,
Oh, the
the
lady.
lady of the forest. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's right. We signed the creepy ass contract. No disrespect.
This is simple. I can give you one answer each. If you would like, I could do this in front of your colleagues or alone. What would you prefer?
I prefer knowing about my family alone.
As it will be.
I don't see any reason to hide anything. Figure the information I know is good for my family to know, so.
Shall it be?
Not that I'm planning on hiding anything, but depending on the answer, I may need time to adjust and then I'll tell everyone.
As it will.
I don't know.
Something tells me I'm gonna fucking cry.
I think I need time.
There is no time but the present. You must decide or lose this opportunity.
Did I must have the one question I wanted to ask? Maybe it's only going to be one question.
Perhaps alone then, depending on the answers.
Shall be. So, as you guys seal each of your choices, you decide with the group.
Yeah. Take the three first. I need to decide on what I want to ask.
And as you're standing there, you find yourself standing in a hut alone. Each of you find yourselves in a hut alone with this lady. And she looks to you, Cayenne, from across this cauldron. And she has that skull that you gave her. What is your question?
I just want to know about my bloodline. I know nothing about centaurs other than what I've been told when I was a child. I didn't even know I had a sister until she found me by happenstance in the town we were in. I just want to get an idea of what my bloodline actually is.
Specifically, your origins.
Essentially, yes. Might give me enough information to be able to do research on my own if I still have questions.
She takes the skull and she just very gently lowers it into the cauldron, and the just kind of disintegrates into it, leaving the swirls of the symbols on there as they dissipate. And she just looks into it, and it's that very beautiful visage of, you can't see her eyes or anything, as she tilts her head almost bird-like looking into it. And she just kind of moves a bit, and your lineage worships a very lost deity. Often, leaves the path and rejoins the path. You follow in the lady's path as well, as you carry her mark. There are many of your kind, centaurs, that is, many different types, from all different regions. But you have a very protected history. And a very rich bloodline. What details are you looking for in your bloodline?
Just to essentially, I would want to know where we actually hail from, so at some point in the future I can actually travel there and might possibly be able to see at least an extended relative who could tell me more. Just really anything.
She moves like you can't tell how fast she actually moves. Her hands are on the sides of this, and before you know it, her hand is on your forehead, grabbing it, and it just completely swallows your head almost inside that massive clawed hand, and you just instantly black out. And you see this very elderly centaur, and you see this other centaur that kind of is goat-like, and you see another centaur that's more like, feline-like. And you see a bunch of little kids playing around, and you hear this older grandmother centaur. She calls out a name, and it's your mother's name. And there's these massive rolling fields and these beautiful mountains in the background, and across the sky is this Aurora Borealis during the day.
Huh.
And you see all these buildings off in the distance. And you see that there's very kinds of centaurs, that the tribes were united at some point. And then you're back standing there, and you had your first glimpse at your grandmother.
Was my grandmother a normal centaur, or was she one of the others?
She was a normal centaur, but she was very elegant and beautiful. Where your mother was more of a warrior, your grandmother was more of a, like a jolly woman. Enjoyed being in the fields with the kids, teaching them, doing little things here and there.
Just be standing there for a moment, like, that's, I don't know how to take that.
It's heavy, huh? I'll let you ponder on that. Mongo, you see her standing behind her cauldron, looking at you with this cat skull.
Magic's so fucking weird. How much can you tell me about Sunny?
Do you want to know about your sister from the far place? What do you want to know about her?
Anything and everything that you can tell me. Is she okay? She said she was going to be traveling to meet me. I haven't seen or heard from her since, or ever before.
Hi, Cheese. Why are you smacking me?
You're not paying attention to him.
Chatter, no. Don't do that.
The other thing, do a perception for me real quick. Hello, Chatter Cheese.
That's a 12.
A 12? From that vision, you saw your mother was also a twin.
So I'm a twin, my mom's a twin. Is my dad a twin too?
She looks at you. You have to be more specific, Mongo.
Well, she said she was coming to see me somewhere. How's the travels going?
She comes around from this, and you can see the sheer size of her. And she offers her large hands to you.
Yeah. Tiny fucking paws and big ass hands.
Terror. And now you've got tons of questions.
Join the club.
You black out much like she did. And, a bird, you're looking from a bird's point of view. And it lands on this ship. It's an airship. And it's kind of looking through the various windows and fades through the actual walls. It's weird because it's like you see a wall and it's coming at you and it just kind of, you go through it and it's like, oh god, that's weird. And,
No collision detection. Cool.
no clip mode activated. And,
Spectator move.
yeah. You see, your sister, Sunny. And she's pacing back and forth and she's looks over and she's, looking at this very elegantly dressed orc. And the orc's like, you're pacing again. And Sunny's like, he's a wizard. I was rejected from the wizard school. I'm barely even a bard. He's going to hate me because I'm not as good as him.
Of course she goes.
And she's like, maybe I should just go back home and just pay somebody with what little money I have to basically say I'm not alive. Maybe that'll be better. And the orc's like, well, you are just a bar matron. You don't have much money to pay anybody. Maybe he might actually know who your parents are. You don't know anything about your parents. And she just kind of shrugs. She's like, I challenged him to a contest. A duel. The orc is just like, the most most you're going to do is try and out-eat him. And when you're nervous, you can't eat anything. So you'll clearly lose at that too. She's like, right. We get to Castile. I talk to the harbor master. I come back home. I fake my death. It all blows over. I'll grab a pint where I work. It'll blow over.
Love the Shaun of the Dead references.
And she sits down and she looks really nervous, and it's like, yeah, I'm a colossal failure, and he's this academic genius at school, apparently.
Oh, wait till she finds out.
And you find yourself standing back there in front of the great Lady of the Forest.
Good to know we have a few things in common.
The fact that she's going as far as possibly faking her death because she's so nervous. Well, you sit there and contemplate that, Mongo. You guys find yourself, did you figure out what you're going to ask?
Yeah.
What?
No. I can barely protect the people, my companions, my family, let alone even myself. Am I even worthy of following in the footsteps of the Obscura? Am I even worthy of being a king to the people who don't even know me? My question is, am I even worthy?
So she just kind of chuckles at you, and she's like, a king that asks if he's worthy, quite a popular question that is asked. How many
know who I am?
How many kings come to my doorstep and simply give offerings that are meaningless to ask those questions?
I don't know. Not many, I suppose.
Or quite a many.
She lowers the cobalt skull into the cauldron, and she pulls out like what looks like a very thin blade, almost like a long needle, and she tests it. And she moves, and she lunges forward, and you feel it go right through you, and suddenly you just black out.
Oh, okay.
That's one way to get to the point.
By putting it through you.
And
You can't miss
Scabbard,
the point if it's through you.
Yes.
you find yourself in a place, and it's your mother and your father, and they're in their private chambers. And your father paces one way, your mother paces another way. And it's just like almost like yin and yang pacing back and forth. And she looks over and she looks at your father and she's like, and your God told you this. And he stops and he's like, it's your God too. And she just kind of huffs a bit at this. And he's like, you've had visions, you know the truth. She's like, we're going to be killed for this. Everybody is. It's going to be wiped from the books. He's like, so be it. But the truth is going to be out there someday. And she just kind of paces a little bit, and your father looks over and he's like, the truth? That kobolds are actually dragons? It's been striked from the history books. And she's like, we have undeniable proof that this is actually true and that kobolds deserve a place. That they're not vermin, that they are actually dragons. And she's like, how many people actually know? He's like, spies probably. And then you find yourself standing there before her again.
What was that?
It's a vision of the past that will guide your future. Your father led a revolution. What will you lead? And
No words.
oh yeah, that was bad, huh?
Oh.
And you all find yourself standing next back to your brother again. As he's trying to figure out what he wants to say, he's just sitting
Yeah,
there.
pacing back and forth.
Yeah. And she looks at you and she's like, Nikolai?
Oh boy, my turn now, huh? Since everybody's back.
And to you, it's like nobody left.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just they were just doing idle things like they usually do.
Oh, okay.
It's like, but you guys went elsewhere.
My turn already? They never went anywhere. So it's my turn already?
You said you wanted it in the presence of your family.
Okay. Well, my father said to seek out the one who knows. My parents also told me that they planned ahead of time for this all the shit that we're doing, essentially. I also saw a vision granted to me by
Oh God.
Humphrey about my father planning ahead of time that the Obscura was not aware about something. So, considering the fact that my father and mother have told me that they've laid all kinds of stuff out before me, I'm going to assume that you're probably that one who knows. So, what are my parents' plans?
She just laughs a bit. I'm not the one who knows.
Okay.
I can show you the one who knows.
Guess that's better than nothing. Thank you. Do I get a
So-
name at least too?
She takes the little mouse skull and she puts it into the cauldron like she did the rest of you. And you find yourself in a workshop. Your mother is there and she's just like, why am I here? You said you want to keep this secret. He's like, you do keep secrets. This is the biggest secret we have. This is how we record the true history and a false history so that they can find the true history. And she's like, I hate talking to you sometimes.
Such a loving parent.
She's like, how many times have you been thrown? He's like, I'm not getting into the conversation about the centaurs and how many times I've been thrown by them. And your father moves a little bit and starts walking back and forth, and you see there's another one, a duplicate of your father.
Okay.
And the duplicate is like, he just watches your father and he's like, what am I to do? And your father's like, you are to record the true history, stay to the shadows, and give it to our children when the time comes.
Okay.
And he's like, okay, can I tinker at least? And your father stops and looks over and is like, as long as you finish some of my overlaying due projects, keep them in the shadows.
Okay.
And you find yourself back in the lady's hut. And she is no longer there.
Alrighty. So my dad made a copy of himself.
Your father has a twin. I know it's not that. It's just
I don't know about that one.
He dabbled in alchemy and made a clone?
I don't know. I start drawing down the image of that copy.
Performance.
I will take all the time you're going to let me have.
Yep. We're
Are
wrapping
you
up
stating
soon.
that's what you're going to do?
Yeah.
I'll try to prestidigitate and help him.
Performance?
This has been another date, right?
No, it's still the same night.
Still the same night?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
7.
using the amulet.
You guys have so many more questions now, don't
So
you?
it'll be
Oh, just a couple.
so like 5, 10, 15, 6, 21. Plus however much time you're going to give me.
How much is that?
21 plus however much you're going to give me.
Yeah. Yeah, you make a sketch of this and you just compare it to your other one. You're like, it's a perfect like copy of your ad.
Okay, so the image that I have from the pendant was the same as the image of the one. Well, I wouldn't have spent that time to use my amulet if I knew they were the same.
Yeah. So, with that, we're going to move a little bit quickly here.
Okay.
You go over these revelations, talking amongst each other. We can do that off the air. And you eventually do make it back home. And you head through the gates of town to the nice sights, smells, sounds, safety.
God. No wild magic.
Question.
Yeah?
Were we able to swing by that destroyed tower and collect any more things?
No.
No. It's the opposite direction from where we were.
Okay, that's fair.
And yeah, you get back to town. You're going to be able to resolve things there. And as soon as you come into town, someone walks up to Nikolai, and they have this massive thing following behind them. And Starbar walks up and punches you in the shoulder gently. She's like, "Hey!"
Hey!
And you see behind her is this massive dire bear that's basically her steel defender.
Ah, so large like a metal bear.
And she,
More importantly,
Albert,
long rest.
and it's wearing full armor too. And she's like, "We gotta talk."
Okay. Look at Ace.
And she's like, "That's fine. We gotta talk."
But
And
he's
with
so
that,
cool.
Gesundheit.
hey, and with that, you guys can take level 4
We're
or level 5.
Oh, fuck.
You guys go up to level 5. We're gonna call it for the night because
Sweet.
we got a lot to go through next time.
That's one hell of a big one.
Huh?
Okay.
Can I say it now?
Oh yeah, hey, he's got something for you.
Cayenne.
Yes.
Probably better sooner rather than later. We do need to go and talk to the lord and lady of the town. Promise you won't get mad.
Spit it out, please.
You know, Alufa's horn situation.
Yes.
I feel unsafe right now.
Come on, spit it out, please.
I may have moved that piece that you had.
Uh-oh. Oh, I see the look. You better spit out real quick, man.
Her lips are starting to purse. She's about to whistle at red and blue.
I take Humphrey, flip him upside down. It's like,
You have to reach in and pull him out. You can't just show him in the half.
Okay.
all right, I get a bag. And
You said you wrapped it up.
Yeah, you wrapped
We
it
could
up.
wrap him up.
He pulls it out. He hands you something wrapped up in a cloth.
I'll look at it.
It's all of the fragments of Alufa's horn. Every last piece.
All of them except for the...
Nope.
Everything is there.
The one you had and all of the rest. The only part of the horn that's missing is the part on her head.
You want me to explain real quick before we go off the air?
Yes.
During combat last session,
I may have blue screened.
he pulled from his deck of his wooden box of cards and pulled the wish spell and wished for all the pieces of Alufa's horns to be returned so he can give them to you and you can restore her.
From anger and rage to
Just pure
immediate joy.
So I kind of
Alright.
stole your piece, but I give it back to you.
So, for everybody at home, we're going to call it here for the night. We're going to go ahead and pick up next week. We hope you have a safe week. We hope you take care of yourselves and you have a good night. I'm sure Discord's going to be a flutter with all the conversations at this point.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
A couple more stories to tell.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next week.
Yes.
And have a safe one.
Stay warm.
Have a great one.
Stay warm.